30 seconds till broadcast. Mark.
From the Auburn Sports Network and Playfly Sports, Auburn baseball is on the air. 25 NCAA tournaments, 8 regional titles, and 6 trips to the College World Series. Exclusive game day coverage begins with the leadoff show. Now, let's go out to the ballpark.
With over 12,000 on hand last night, Mississippi State took game 1 of this top 10 series. Tonight, the Tigers look to even the series with an expected crowd of over 15,000 on hand in Starkville. Good evening at War Eagle from Duty Noble Field at Polkman Stadium with Brad Law and Quinn Burkeen in our Skyview Auburn studio. I'm Andy Bertram. Auburn didn't get a leadoff man on base last night and struck out 15 times, mustering just 4 hits in a 10-3 loss. Pitching on 5 days rest, Jake Marciano lasted just 2 innings in his start. Mississippi State scored 4 runs in the first inning. The rally began with 2 outs and no one on, and Bryce Chance delivered the big blow with a grand slam. Tomas Valinkas struck out 13 on the night to improve to 8-2. Auburn goes with Andreas Alvarez tonight. Sophomore right-hander is 8-2 with an ERA of 2.56. Mississippi State counters with Duke Stone. The sophomore right-hander is 6-1 with an ERA of 4.40. When we return, the Butch Thompson pregame report. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn here or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regents.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Game day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with the Butch Thompson pregame report.
Game 2, get ready for game 2. Try to even that series here tonight.
Yeah, that's our job. We knew down the stretch here we got to find a game as soon as you can in the weekend. Come up short from the very start last night, and great pitching from Mississippi State. And we wound up pitching off, trying to know that we've got to try to find a way to get in the ball game. And those guys kept swinging the bats, and we never really mustered up a a comeback after the Grand Slam. So kind of reset for today and get Alvarez out there that we're excited about and try to even this series.
Give me your thoughts, a couple positives. I thought Cormier came in and settled things down for you coming out of the bullpen for you last night.
Yeah, I think the positives were that was his longest out in his career. That was one of the guys we were thinking about starting with the 2 days short for Marciano. So he got 3 1/3, but up toward that 70 pitches, he's done a great job. They did get a couple of runs with 2 outs, but nonetheless, he looks the part. He looks present. He looks mature for his age. Bub right there at the end of Valencia's outing got the home run, that our biggest damage swing. Bingaman had a couple of good at-bats. Rembert hit a ball well, but I think we ended with 4 hits and, just the 15 strikeouts. They didn't walk us one time. And then, again, it's just a plan B. We just stand there and either get a hit or don't. And I'm just a little frustrated by not trying to do some different things with it, bat or bunt or things of that nature. That's pretty easy defense at home when 15 of the 27 are, via the strikeout.
What's your message to your ball club before this one tonight?
Man, we've been coaching them since August. I think we've seen our team play some of the best baseball on the road, at home, of anybody in the country. So there's nothing new right now. This is that deal where you've played enough baseball, stay on the attack, let go of the rope a little bit late the other night, tried to tell the boys that, and come right out. And, I think we could have got out of that first inning. It was 2 strikeouts. What a fine line it is when you're playing the best teams day in and day out. And can we get back on the attack? We got a jailbreak swing there, and you got to run through that ball, and that could be a completely different ball game. But, nobody cares about that, and you can't make excuses. You got to go out and attack and be ready to play the baseball game as soon as it starts. So hopefully, the guys are kind of self-policing, tell them a couple of things here. But, we've been at this for a pretty good while. They know exactly what the expectations are, the tenets that would equal success. We got out-hit by a ton, did not get a leadoff man on in the ball game, and they had a plethora of them. And we know, our coaches know, our players know, our fans know. They've seen our team play. So we got to go out there and get off to the right start. Pitching's carried this team, been the most consistent. So reset and getting back and have a competitive ball game there. And you play in the SEC, man, it is when you catch people. Has a lot to do with this. Mississippi State scored 21 on Tuesday. They scored 10 last night, and they're a handful. So one of our guys that we really believe in, or a couple of guys, hopefully it's Alvarez and Sanders today, can take a team that's swinging the bats as good as they've swung all year and slow them down, and we can get off to a better start and play more consistent offense and do some of these tenets of the ball game like we've done for the majority of the year and find a win.
Now you've done this before where you fell in game 1 on the road and came back and won the series. You did it just a couple weeks ago at Florida.
Yep. So we know what we're capable of, and I don't think anybody on our side had any fun watching that game, how it got started and how we couldn't get back in there. But, that'll happen in this league to you. It'll happen to every team. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think that's one of the things I'll tell the guys. I'm really looking forward to how you respond. You've played this game. You've done it, to your point, you've done it at Florida, but we've done this in the entire season to see how they respond. We're watching.
You look at this ball club, and you talked about this Mississippi State roster and how complete it is, and we pretty well saw that in game 1.
Yeah, you look, from a coaching standpoint, you even look at odds to make it to the College World Series. They're the highest percentage team in the country. It's the best roster in college baseball. But, they hired a great coach that brought a bucket of players from the school he was at, and they got about 4 buckets to choose from last year. That don't mean we can't go out and play good baseball and try to get the leadoff man on and do some things. So that was just my tip of the hat to their program and stuff. But, I said the same thing about A&M. So they say things about Florida, and we got to figure out a way. But, yeah, this was a roster constructed through a coaching change that worked out pretty good. And, we'll probably see tomorrow one of their guys, maybe their number 1, come back and pitch a little bit. And the guy last night's an absolutely special arm. So it does look like the industry and the betting odds and everybody that looks at this pretty close give them the greatest odds for being there. And that's just, I agree and see the same thing. It's just a left-handed, special game one starter, a right-hander that if they get him back, it's pretty good. A lot of power, big home environment if things are going good. So pretty solid, complete club.
Go get him tonight, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
We'll start with Mississippi State, the home team looking for a series win tonight. Brian O'Connor in his first season with the Bulldogs, 38 wins, 12 losses, 15-10 in conference play. And here is the lineup for the Bulldogs. Garrick Fry, the second baseman, leads it off. Batting second, playing third, Ace Reese. Noah Sullivan is the DH for a second straight night. He's hitting third. Cleanup hitter is the right fielder, Jacob Parker. Reed Stallman at first base, bats fifth. Bryce Chance is in center field. He's hitting sixth, coming off a 5 RBI night. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Vitas Valencius. Kevin Maluski is the catcher. He's hitting eighth. And batting ninth and playing short, Ryder Woodson. Again for the Bulldogs, it's Fry, Reese, Sullivan, Parker, Stallman, Chance, Valencius, Maluski, and Woodson. For the Auburn Tigers, a couple of changes in the lineup tonight for Butch Thompson and company. Auburn at 33-15 overall and 14-11 in SEC play, trying to even up the series tonight. It's Mason McCrane in right field leading off, Eric Guevara playing third, batting second, and Chase Freilich catching and hitting third. Cleanup hitter is the second baseman, Chris Rembert. Ethan Bingaman again at first base, batting fifth. Bub Terrell plays left field. He hits sixth. Batting seventh at short, it's Brandon McCrane. Hitting eighth in center field, Cade Ballou gets the call. The left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher from Mississippi State. Ballou bats eighth. And hitting ninth, the DH tonight, it's one of the team captains, Lucas Steele. So again for the Tigers, it's McCrane, Guevara, Freilich, Rembert, Bingaman, Terrell, McCrane, Ballou, and Steele. Those are your lineups. Are you looking for pregame activities? Check out opelikaunforgettable.com for stay and play options. Great hotels, unique restaurants, breweries, a distillery, plus tons of shopping options. And don't forget a visit to Opelika's historic downtown entertainment district. Next game, pregame in Opelika. Pregame just about finished here in Starkville. Auburn tries to even this top 10 series at a game apiece. We'll get things underway, have tonight's first pitch for you after this final pregame timeout. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn football's Director of Player Development, Jeff Jones.
I really think the people who are special in this business actually get the concept of person first. Not football, not training, not food, not this, not that. Person first. Because the old adage, like, kids don't care what you know until they know that you care, right? So.
And yet, all those other things you talked about, he has talked about with regard to detail.
Mm-hmm. Any good educator, any good educator worth the salt understands the idea that you have to start there. And if you don't, like, what you're teaching doesn't matter. It won't soak in. It'll roll off.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Mississippi State has taken the field behind their starter, Duke Stone, 6'5", 235, sophomore right-hander, Uvalde, Georgia. He's been good, a little up and down, but his record is sterling. He's 6-1 in 11 starts and 2 other appearances, 6-1, a 4.40 earned run average. Stone, 57 and a third innings, 58 hits, 31 runs, 28 earned. He's walked 22 and struck out 78 in 57 and a third innings. Teams are batting .260 against him. 4 wild pitches. He's hit 7 batters. Duke Stone, the right-hander for Mississippi State. Defensively behind him, Vitas Valencias in left, Bryce Chance in center, Jacob Parker in right. Along the infield, it's Ace Reese at third, Ryder Woodson at short, Garrick Fry at second. Over at first, it's Reed Stallman. The catcher is Kevin Maluski. Stone to pitch. He'll face McCrane, Guevara, and Freilich to start for Auburn. And here to get you started on a beautiful Friday night, the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. Beautiful evening for baseball. And our first pitch weather forecast is brought to you by Jackson Services. When your comfort quits, Jackson Services shows up. Heating, air, and plumbing done right the first time. Family owned since 1973. Call Jackson Services today and feel the difference. Jackson Services, delivering comfort, creating trust. 64 degrees at game time tonight. Partly cloudy skies overhead. Wind out of the south to southeast at 6 miles per hour. Tigers in the blue trousers, the gray trousers, the blue tops, white numerals and lettering on the back, white lettering across the front with the orange numerals. Auburn, the blue ball caps tonight, blue bills, and the orange AU across the front. State, home white trousers with the maroon jerseys tonight. Maroon ball caps in the white, MSU across the front. Mason McCrane, Eric Guevara, and Chase Freilich trying to get off the schneid. A collective last night, 0 for 11.
And Auburn's leadoff hitters in general last night. Auburn did not get a leadoff man on base. 70% of Auburn's runs this year have come when they've gotten the leadoff hitter on base.
Duke Stone, as Brad mentioned, has been kind of on and off, and of late his best outings have come on the road. At South Carolina, 6 innings, no runs on 5 hits. At Texas last week, a run on 5 hits in 5 innings of work. Big right-hander against the lefty McCrane, and the first pitch misses low for ball 1.
In SEC play, Stone is giving up almost 2 either walks or hits per inning.
1-0 pitch to Mason. Swing and a miss. 95 on the fastball down in the strike zone.
In the league, 39 2/3 innings, 48 hits, 20 walks surrendered.
A ball and a strike to McCrane. Pitch on the way. Mason takes a high strike. A ball and 2 strikes to McCrane. And we see the shift. And the state shift to the right side puts the third baseman in the outfield, in between the first and second baseman. A ball and 2 strikes to Mason McCrane. Comes the pitch. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Scooped up by Maluski. He throws to first for the out.
And McCrane looked at 3 third strikes last night. He had to swing the bat with 2 and was behind in the count. He got spin, a back foot breaking ball, and was not close.
And here is Guevara. Eric was 0 for 4 last night. Auburn third baseman batting .354, leading the Auburn ball club. 11 homers, that's second. 42 runs batted in, that's the most on this Auburn ball club. Open stance from the right side against the right-hander Duke Stone. Here's the pitch. Guevara takes it inside for ball 1. Justin Robinson works the plate tonight. Ronnie Teague at first, Chuck Pack at second, and the crew chief Eddie Newsom down at third. Pitch clock at 5. Pitch home to Guevara. Misses up and in. 2 balls and no strikes.
This is the key. If you can get ahead in the count against him. That's what Valenkos did so well last night. He got ahead 0-1, 0-2 a lot.
Now the 2-0. Missed outside and low. 3 balls and no strikes to the Auburn third baseman.
Last week, a really good outing by Stone. A run on 5 hits in 5 innings at Texas. 1 walk, 5 strikeout.
3-0 pitch. Ooh. Boy.
Looked
that was
up and
in.
Yeah.
That wasn't that close.
Agreed.
3 balls and a strike to count to Guevara.
It's early. We thought last night was going to be a liberal strike zone. That was liberal.
3-1 pitch. Guevara skies 1 to left. Valencius in and to his left. Makes the catch.
Well, that's a tough break after what should have been ball 4. It's only the second batter of the ball game, and you have to work through things, but
2 down for Freilich. Chase was 0 for 4 last night with 4 strikeouts. That's an oddity for the Auburn catcher, batting .324, a team leading 12 homers, 38 runs batted in. 2 outs and nobody on for Auburn. Pitch on the way. Inside corner for strike 1. Fastball at 93. Oh, 1 pitch. Missed inside. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Rembert waits on deck for Auburn. Tigers did not have a base runner last night until the 5th. Should have already had one tonight. 1-1. Freilich watches that one bounce up there. 2 balls and a strike to count. Just underway in Starkville. 2 outs and nobody on for Auburn. Stone winds and fires. High. Oh, for the love of Pete. 2-2 the count.
All right, so up and in to righties and up and out to lefties has been called a strike twice. See if Auburn gets that same call.
2-2. Freilich swings and misses. Auburn goes down 3 up and 3 down here in the first. State comes to the plate, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Butch Thompson.
When we went 12-3 in our home conference schedule this year, I don't think it was a coincidence. I think it had something to do with these renovations and the atmosphere now that's provided. Everybody's always enjoyed coming to Auburn because the people are great. It's a beautiful venue, but it wasn't the most challenging weekend. That's changed, baby. Sure. Moving forward, it absolutely has that feel to where I always want, well, that's an Auburn thing. People come to Auburn and people leave and like, that's an awesome place and has awesome people. But I want them to come and go say the same thing, but like, my God, it's tough to play those jokers. That's a tough environment. That is a challenge.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
All right, nothing doing for Auburn in the top of the first. Mississippi State sends Fry, Reese, and Sullivan to the plate against Andreas Alvarez, 5'11", 199-pound sophomore right-hander from Seminole, Florida. One of the best pitchers in the country, whether he gets a recognition or not. 11 starts, he's 8-2 with a 2.56 earned run average. 59 2/3 innings pitched, 47 hits, 22 runs. Of those, 17 earned. He's walked 18, struck out 80. And teams are batting .217 against Andreas Alvarez. Bub Terrell in left, Cade Ballou in center, Mason McCrane in right. Third to first, it's Eric Guevara, Brandon McCrane, Chris Rembert, Ethan Bingaman, and Chase Fralick behind the plate. Alvarez in SEC play is 4-2 with a 3.45 ERA. 8 starts. Sorry, nope, that's wrong. He's 4-1 with a 4.50 ERA. 5 starts, 28 innings, 26 hits, 14 earned runs, 8 walks, and 35 strikeouts in league play. Alvarez to face Garrick Fry to start it in the bottom of the first.
Fry, Reese, and Sullivan. Garrick Fry went 2 for 5 last night with a homer and 2 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Alvarez. Who winds and fires. And the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Just going to say, I'd try to hit that spot up and away to the lefty. Try to establish early in the bottom of the inning.
Fry hitting .318. He has 9 homers and 37 runs batted in. The pitch. That one misses up and out. 94 on the radar gun. A ball and a strike.
Alvarez, such a warrior last time. 7-inning complete game effort.
1-1.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, so Auburn doesn't get the same call.
2 balls and a strike.
All right, now we know.
That was a strike to Guevara. That was a strike to Fralick.
2 times to a lefty and a righty last inning.
2-1 pitch. Fry fouls it back here, 2-2.
Alvarez last week, 114 pitches, a career high, 11 strikeouts, a career high.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Fry. Wind and the pitch. Chopper. Down the right first base line. Auburn will let it go foul, and that's a good idea. They had no chance of throwing out Fry at first base. Count remains 2-2.
Got over the top of the breaking ball. Pretty good pitch. Ball rolls slowly just in front of the plate. This is not grass that carries.
This used to be the entire area, including the home plate area, used to be turf. It is now turf behind the home plate area. That's the dirt around the plate. Another 2-2. Miss low. Full count. Alvarez winds and fires. Here's the pitch. Tried to get inside with a fastball at 96, and a good job by Fry to get a piece of it and foul it off.
It may have wound up inside, but it was coming at him in a hurry. Might have gotten the inside corner. Pretty good pitch there by Alvarez.
Three-two pitch. Here it is. And he walked it.
Came right back to the inside corner. It was too far in.
And Fry aboard with 6 stolen bases. And here's Ace Reese, the third baseman. Their best home run threat. He has 17 on the year with 60 runs batted in.
Auburn starts in the shift immediately. Rembert way out into right field.
Stretch in the pitch to Reese. Outside, a ball and no strikes. Boy, Rembert is 25 feet into the outfield grass.
Yeah, he's deep out there.
Stretch and a throw to first, and the runner is back.
What's interesting is McCrane is standing closer to the bag at second than he would normally be in a different shift, or a shift against a different hitter.
Alvarez, another throw to first. Runner is back. A little bit of a high throw that time to Bingaman. A leadoff walk to Garrick Fry. A ball and no strikes to Reese. Here comes the pitch. Didn't get the outside corner, 2-0.
Alvarez last week did not walk a batter. Struck out 11.
Good lead at first for Fry. The pitch to Reese. Line drive into left field. That's going to get down for a hit. Fry will hold up at second base. First and second, and nobody out for State.
Mentioned last night, the first inning has been their biggest inning, and not just after they got 12 against Nichols here on Tuesday, but they got 4 last night. They've scored 72 runs in the first inning of games this year. It's by 8 or 9 runs their largest inning of the year.
And here's Noah Sullivan, the DH. 3 for 5 last night. He scored 3 times for the Bulldogs. Fry at second and Reese at first. Andreas comes set. And the pitch to Sullivan. Ball one high. Mississippi State threatens in the first and second, and nobody out. Tigers could use a double play ball. The pitch. Fouled back here. 1-1 to Sullivan. 95 on the fastball from Alvarez. Interesting on that pitch. Bingaman was breaking to the bag to try and get behind the runner, Reese.
Just trying to shorten that lead a little bit.
Fry leads from second, and Reese from first to the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off the right side, up and out of play, a ball and 2 strikes.
Because anything in the gap, you want to try to keep Reese from scoring. It's a Mississippi State team that is slugging really well. Homers and doubles.
A ball and 2 strikes to Sullivan. Here's the pitch. It bounces up there, and Fralick knocks it down, and the runners stay at first and second.
Yeah, Chase just stuck his chest out there, bounced several feet in front of the plate.
2-2 the count.
Boy, they could use a double play ball. A lot of pitches here in the first inning.
He's up to 15.
Without an out yet.
Yeah. Drake comes set. And a throw back to second base with Rembert covering. It's a State team that has hit into 26 double plays this year. Sullivan a couple times. Alvarez off the stretch in the 2-2. Bounces up there again. And again, these pitchers are bouncing 4 or 5 feet in front of home plate.
That's about 3 tonight that he's... Like, they're almost easier to block because they bounce so far in front of the plate.
Another full count. Jacob Parker waits on deck. Alvarez shakes off the sign and comes set. 3-2 pitch. Got him swinging, took something off of that one. I think that was actually the curveball.
Yeah, he threw him a 3-2 curveball. Sullivan was looking fastball all the way. Thought Dre had to throw him a fastball 3-2 and was out in front on a beautiful breaking ball.
First strikeout of the night for Alvarez. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. One down for Jacob Parker. Parker hit a home run last night. He was 1 for 3 with a couple runs scored. Alvarez stretches. Here comes the pitch. Parker pops it up on the infield. Shortstop is out. Makes the catch about 30 feet on the outfield grass. 2 down. And if you're not going to get the double play ball, one pitch and an out there certainly helps with the runner staying at first and second.
Yeah, the strikeout and the pop out, so the runners can advance. At the very least, Sullivan wanted to try to get the runners over. At the very least, Parker wanted to try to get them over. They were not able to do that.
All right, here's Reed Stallman. Came in as a replacement at first base for State last night. One of the graduates on this ball club. Gets the start tonight. Left-handed hitter. Runners at first and second. The pitch to Stallman. Missed the outside corner. Well, that pitch was there for State in the top of this inning. It has not been for Auburn in the bottom of the inning. With the home plate umpire, Justin Robinson. 1-0 the count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a foul back. About the same place, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm a little surprised Stallman went after that one. Had to reach across the plate to do it. It's 2 in a row. They've gone away. I know he's got good power. You try to bust him in with a fastball here.
Yeah, he's got 10 homers.
Yeah.
43 runs batted in. Open stance from the left side. He awaits the 1-1 pitch. Nope. A throw back to Brandon McCrane, who had to leap for that one a little bit.
Well, he had to get out from behind.
Yeah.
Fry at second.
2 outs and runners at first and second for Mississippi State. Alvarez comes set. 1-1. Missed the outside corner, 2-1.
Everything has been away to Stallman in this sequence so far.
0 for 1 last night in a pinch hitting role. Gets the start tonight. 2-1 pitch. I guess it was high. 3 balls and a strike. Alvarez comes set. 2 on, 2 outs. A 3-1 pitch. Stallman fouls it back. Good pitch on a 3-1 delivery. Didn't give in, did he?
No, he didn't. He threw him a breaking ball there. Back foot slider. And now Stallman just watched 2 batters ago Sullivan go down swinging on a breaking ball. Didn't have to throw him a full count fastball.
Fry and Reese will be off with the pitch. It is headed home. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Alvarez works out of trouble. They had first and second and nobody out. Alvarez struck out 2 in the first. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. We're through 1. No score. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit. But we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
No scores as we move to the top of the second. Of course, the second inning presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. While Stone set down Auburn in order with a couple strikeouts in the first, Andres Alvarez walked the first batter, gave up a single, but then struck out 2 of the next 3 and worked out of trouble. And we're scoreless as we move to the second inning tonight. It will be Rembert, Bingaman, and Terrell.
Stone is looking for his first really strong home outing in a while. Last 2 times at home, he's been knocked around. 18 hits, 12 runs allowed, in the last 10 1/3 innings against Tennessee and LSU here at Duty Noble Field.
Chris Rembert went 1 for 4 in last night's game, scored one of Auburn's runs last night. Batting .329, 3 homers and 33 runs batted in. Stone pitches and misses outside for ball 1. It's a very tiny windup. It is a windup. It's not a stretch.
Yeah.
But it is very minimal in his windup. 1-0. Rembert to right field and down for a base hit. Took it the opposite way, and the Tigers have their first base runner of the night. A leadoff man on for the first time this series for Auburn.
94-mile-an-hour fastball, middle in, and Rembert didn't try to pull it. It's kind of a textbook Chris Rembert swing there to start the inning.
And here's Ethan Bingaman. He had Auburn's first hit last night and scored the Tigers' first run. He went 1 for 3. Rembert, a short lead at first. He's 6 for 11 this season in stolen bases. And the pitch. Bingaman takes it high for ball 1. Ethan batting .324 in his freshman season, 9 homers, 23 runs batted in. He is one of the top freshmen in the Southeastern Conference. Stretch and pitch. Over his head, off-speed pitch, 75. I'm glad that it didn't hit his bat.
Yeah, because he ducked straight down,
Yes, he did.
like bent over to get out of the way.
2 balls and no strikes to count to Bingaman. Stretch. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle, it's a strike, 2-1. A leadoff single for Rembert here in the second. 2 balls and a strike to count. Throw over. Rembert dives back safely on the tag by Stallman. This state team has 9 pickoffs this season. Stone does not have one of them. Stretch. 2-1. Bingaman trying to go the opposite way, but fouled it back here and off to our right. 2-2 the count. Pretty good hole on the right side of the infield with Stallman holding Rembert on and Fry shading up the middle.
Ethan has such good pull power, but if he's going to pitch him away, it wouldn't be a bad idea to hit it out that way.
Throw to first. Rembert scampers back to the bag. Auburn hitters with those orange batting gloves on tonight. 2-2 to Bingaman. Stretch. And the pitch.
Whoa.
Boy, he sent a laser beam into the Auburn dugout. I hope everybody's okay down there.
You alluded to it last night. It's a deep dugout. It's not deep down. It's deep back.
Yes, and I think everybody's all right.
Yeah.
Whew. Here's another 2-2 to Bingaman. Nope, throw to first, Rembert back.
Bingaman, even though he struck out, had a lengthy first at bat against Valinkas last night and wound up singling off of him the second time through.
Rembert gets a lead. Stretch in the 2-2. It missed low, full count.
Yeah, this is a really good at bat from the freshman, seasoned at bat. That regardless of the result of it, he and the rest of the team can benefit from as the game goes on.
Full count to Bingaman. Rembert with the lead at first. They had him leaning, but he gets back to the bag. The throw was down the line a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bad throw. A throw that's on him probably gets him.
Yes. Wonder if Auburn was planning on sending him on this 3-2 pitch to Bingaman. Stretch. Runner goes. Bingaman lines it right center field. It's down for a hit. Rembert on his way to third base. Bingaman, a big turn at first. He'll hold up. Runners at the corners for the Tigers. The hit and run for Ethan Bingaman and Chris Rembert, and they're at the corners and nobody out.
Really good decision by Chris. He waited even, he didn't have the best break, but he was sure on a hit and run. You don't have to have that, especially when you trust Bingaman, who had another really sound at bat to come through there. He makes the contact, and it's an easy first to third situation.
And here's Bub Terrell, 1 for 3 last night with his 12th home run of the season. It was a 2-run shot to left. Watched him in BP. He hit a couple more opposite field home runs during BP tonight.
He's been focusing on that.
First pitch to Bub. Swing and a miss, and a pitch that just disappeared down.
Yeah,
won the count.
Turned his swing into a golf swing. Drove in 3 against UAB, including a couple of hits the opposite direction, and he told us on the Regions Bank postgame show, I've been trying to focus more on going opposite field.
No balls and a strike to Terrell. Runners at the corners, nobody out, swing and a miss. And Bub behind 0-2. But remember, that home run last night, he fell behind.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he fell behind the ball in 2 strikes and fouled off a couple pitches and then hit the home run to left. He's behind 0-2 right here.
Got to be looking down.
Stone the stretch. And the pitch. High with a fastball, a ball and 2 strikes to Bub.
Tried to catch him looking down.
Yep. Bingaman at first and Rembert at third. Back-to-back singles to open the Auburn second. Terrell with a ball and 2 strike count to Duke Stone, who comes set. And the pitch. Terrell, a defensive swing, and he fouls it off the left side. And this is what we saw Bub do last night in that home run at bat.
That's exactly right. He tried to go with a fastball down as opposed to a slider.
Stone the stretch. Throw to first, and Bingaman is back.
Rembert's trying to get in Stone's head down the third base line, and he can because Reese is not coming off of his position. He's playing way off the bag.
And Stone, as a right-hander, is looking right at Rembert at third base. Stretch. 1-2 to Bub. Got him swinging. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Third strikeout of the night for Duke Stone, and it brings Brandon McCrane to the plate. He drove home Auburn's first run last night, back in the 5th. Hitting .350 as a redshirt freshman, a homer and 25 runs batted in. Rembert at third and Bingaman at first. 1 out here in the Auburn second inning. Stretch and pitch. Outside corner and strike 1.
Now, it's the righties that have the 2 hits this inning, Rembert and Bingaman. McCrane has been swinging earlier in counts over the last week or 2.
Stone comes set and the pitch.
Good curve.
Strike 2 on the inside corner.
Haven't seen a straight curve much tonight, if at all, from Stone.
Oh, and 2 to Brandon McCrane. Throw to first again. Throws it low. Had to scoop it. Did Stallman at first base.
Was listening to the Mississippi State pregame show a little before we came on the air, and they talked about Stone's ability to get clutch strikeouts. He pitches a lot with guys on base.
He's ahead of McCrane. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Missed the outside corner. 1-2. Tried to get Brandon to go fishing for one there. Rembert gets his lead at third. Bingaman from first. 1 out in the Auburn second. A throw to first again to Bingaman. Is Auburn thinking about starting the runner to stay out of a possible double play ball here?
Or to coax a throw and get Rembert home from third on a throw down to second.
1-2. McCrane swings and misses. Fastball at 93. Auburn struck out 15 times last night. 4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. But most importantly, these 2 strikeouts in this inning have come with runners at the corners and nobody out.
Well, just like Mississippi State in the bottom of the first had runners at first and second and nobody out, and the next guys failed to move them over, Auburn hasn't been able to advance these runners from the corners.
Here's Cade Ballou getting the start tonight for Auburn. The pitch, Cade takes it low. They get a rundown with Bingaman between first and second. Rembert didn't go, and he's out of the baseline, and he's out at first base. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, Chris must have missed a sign there, but he's got Carl Nonemaker right in his ear.
Bingaman took off. He got in a rundown. Rembert did not break from third, and Bingaman was out of the batting or the baseline, and the inning comes to a close. My goodness. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left for Auburn. We go to the bottom of the second. No score, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
At Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing, we believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It's about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it all with your heart as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. As a proud Ream dealer, we're committed to offering top-quality products and faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084. Keeping your money in a traditional savings account is like using the Yellow Pages instead of Google. Outdated and slow. Skip the small, slow returns and put your money to work with the Max Elevate Money Market. You get all the same security of a savings account, plus the ability to earn even more on your money. Get started at mymax.com/elevate or call us at 260-2600. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Six, 7, and 8 hitters for Mississippi State in the bottom of the second. No score between the Tigers. Both teams have had grand chances early in this one. In Auburn baseball, brought to you in part by Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Bryce Chance will lead it off. He was 3 for 5 last night with a grand slam and an RBI double. And he will lead off the second against Andres Alvarez, who walked the opening batter, gave up a single, but then struck out 2 of the next 3 hitters. He did throw 24 pitches in the first, and his first to Chance is a corner, outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, settled in there after those 2 initial base runners, got into a bit of a groove. He could really use a quick inning here.
Wines and the 0-1. Missed a low one away, a ball and a strike. We'll keep you up to date tonight on the Auburn Super Regional Women's Tennis match at the Arborough Tennis Center. Tigers have jumped out to a 2-0 lead against Duke. They're in the singles matches now. Alvarez, the wind, and the 1-1 to Chance. Outside corner, off-speed delivery, a ball and 2 strikes.
Really good breaking ball.
Chance, Valencius, and Maluski here in the second inning for Mississippi State. 1-2 pitch. Dropped it low, 2-2. Chance is hitting .372, a couple homers. Both of his homers, by the way, are grand slams. 31 runs batted in.
First 7 in the order, all 310 or above.
2-2. Chance to the second baseman, Rembert. Throws it to first for the out.
I like that the first ball of the inning went to Chris at second base. Whatever happened on the base paths, whether Ethan wasn't supposed to or Chris didn't break when he was supposed to, whatever, you got to flush that as quickly as possible. And one of the best ways to do that, get an early chance defensively.
Here's Vitas Valencius, 3 for 4 last night with an RBI. Right-hander against right-hander, and there's a fastball at 95 for strike 1.
Kind of night was it for State? Valencius had not gotten a hit in 4 straight games going into tonight, or going into last night.
That one misses outside, a ball and a strike. Well, he made up for it, went 3 for 4, and his brother, Tomas Valinkas, got the win. He was dominant last night. 13 strikeouts on the night. 1-1. Low and away again, 2 balls and a strike to Valencius. No score. We're in the bottom of the second. Both teams have had very good scoring opportunities, but credit both starting pitchers to work out of jams. Now the 2-1. Had the plate, but it must have been low. 3 balls and a strike. Alvarez, the wind and the pitch. Looped up the right side. That'll get out of play in foul ground beyond the grandstand area. When they open the gates here, there's a lot of general admission seating, and folks scamper for their seats. They play the circle of life. I believe that's what they play.
Yeah.
3-2. Up the middle, it's a base hit.
That's going to make Dre mad. He'd been throwing off-speed pitches on full counts or 3-1 advantage counts. That time he went with the fastball, and Valencius was on it, his 4th hit in the series already.
And here's Kevin Milewski, the catcher. 0 for 3 last night. He's batting .200. 8 homers, 18 runs batted in on the season. He has prodigious power. Valencius gets his lead at first. Here's the pitch. Changeup for strike.
Yeah, he's pretty strong, too.
Valencius gets his lead down at first. A 1-out single, throw over, and he is back. The throw back to Alvarez almost got away from the Auburn pitcher. From Ethan Bingaman. Guevara pretty close to the line at third. Rest of the and another throw to first, runner back. Rest of the infield looking for the double play ball. It's kind of a modified shift to the left side of the infield with Rembert on the edge of the outfield grass but shading up the middle. Pitch. Milewski to McCrane. Flips to second for 1. The throw to first, not much of a throw.
No.
They get the lead runner, and fortunate to get that. The ball was not hit hard by Milewski.
It's a well-executed play by McCrane at short to get the lead runner, because as slowly as that ball was hit, and now Butch Thompson's going to come out and ask for maybe interference.
Yeah. I don't know how high that Valencius went into second base. Rembert did have to delay his throw to first. And I don't know if he did that on his own or was it because of the runner.
Justin Robinson shaking his head no.
I wouldn't mind seeing the home plate or that's the first base umpire, Ronnie Teague. I wouldn't mind asking the guy down at second, but he won't.
Well,
and I'm sure that the state fans welcome Butch back to the dugout.
Well, that ball was hit so weakly and off the end of the bat that McCrane even going to second, there was a bit of a risk associated with that, but they get the lead runner.
So a runner at first, 2 down now, and here's Ryder Woodson, the shortstop. Pitch to him. Swing at the slider and a miss. Woodson 1 for 2 last night. Scored a run, drove home a run. He got the start when Jacob Parker, not Parker, I apologize, throw to first, runner is back.
Wires. Drew Wires.
Who was scheduled to start at shortstop last night, was hit by a batted ball during batting practice, and they took him out of the lineup. Throw to first again, and Milewski, the catcher, is back.
Yeah, Wires originally was okay, and then as they got a little closer to game time, he started complaining of some dizziness, and so they did the right thing, pulled him from the lineup.
0-1 to Woodson. Swing at the curve. Strike 2.
Slider for strike 1, curve for strike 2. Got the bat slowed down, perhaps.
Milewski at first, he's there with 2 down. 0-2 the count to Woodson. Alvarez stretches. Comes the pitch. Got him.
Yeah,
couldn't hold up on another Another curveball. Ball got in the dirt. Fralick tags him out. His strikeout, the third of the night for Alvarez. The K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn. And we're through 2. No runs a hit, no errors, a man left. No score between the Tigers and the Bulldogs. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
8, 9, and 1 hitters for Auburn in the third. Third inning tonight, of course, presented by the Vance Law Firm. At the Vance Law Firm, they say dial 3 for me. 334-333-3333. Ballou, Steele, and Mason McCrane for Auburn in the third. Ballou was at the plate when Bingaman was thrown out. He got into a rundown. I don't know if someone missed a sign and he was tagged out going outside the baseline.
Well, so far, Stone has dominated the left-handed hitters. 3 of his 4 strikeouts have been against Auburn's lefties, and he'll face 3 guys who will bat left-handed against him this inning.
Cade Ballou, the start tonight for Auburn, batting .231, no homers, 8 runs batted in for Cade. Gets the start tonight in center. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Third baseman Reese plays close to the grass. The pitch high and maybe in. A ball and a strike to Ballou.
Well, that's fitting, being the all-time school record holder in hit by pitches.
Has been hit 40 times in his career. Pitch. Ballou swings and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count.
Not particularly close on the first 2 swings either.
One ball and 2 strikes the count to Ballou. Pitch on the way. Misses out and down. 2-2 the count to the Auburn center fielder. Ballou came on in the first game of the doubleheader last Saturday at A&M after McCrane was hit. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball, first base side, fair ball. Couple hops to Stallman, who takes it to the bag. Ballou, coming on for the injured Mason McCrane in game 1, had 3 base hits in that game. A run rule win for Auburn at A&M. And McCrane was back in the lineup for game 2 of the series. Here's Lucas Steele. Auburn switch hitting DH/catcher. Bats left-handed against the right-hander Duke Stone. Pitch on the way. Outside for ball 1. Steele hitting a .188 with 2 homers and 10 runs batted in. Sets up deep in the left-handed batter's box with an open stance. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. A ball and a strike from Stone. One. Lucas swings and misses way out in front. 1-2. Good idea. 1-2 pitch.
Ooh.
Didn't get the call there, did he? 2-2. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
Looked better than a couple that were called strikes in the first inning.
Yes. I wouldn't take it again, Lucas.
Nope.
Shift is on the 2-2. Down and in with the slider. And Steele held up. Count goes full. This completes the first time through the order for the Tigers. Three-two pitch. And Steele works a walk.
Good.
A one-out walk for Lucas.
And that's been what Lucas has done well all year. He's not made as much contact this year as he did last year. His average is a good bit lower. But he's not panicked with his approach at the plate. He's brought a mature approach, and he's drawn walks. 69 at bats. That's his 21st walk drawn.
And here's Mason McCrane, a strikeout victim in the first. Short lead for Steele, the pitch. Mason takes it low and inside. Tigers threatened in the second, had runners at the corners and nobody out. But Stone worked out of trouble. Now runner at first with one out in the third. Pitch on the way. High down the left side and out of play off the bat of McCrane. Count is even in a ball and a strike. Mason looking for his first hit of the weekend. Steele gets a lead at first. Now the 1-1. Down the middle for a strike. Fastball at 94.
Well, it's felt like McCrane's seen 1-2 or 2-2 just all weekend.
Shift is on the right side of the infield. Stretching the pitch. It missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Mason watched it go by.
Flick of the wrist to the left side would do just as well as pulling something past the shift here.
2-2 pitch not made. Steele back to the bag. Lucas does not have a stolen base attempt this season. Two to Mason. McCrane into right field. Right fielder comes on. He won't get there. It's going to be a base hit. A little looper into right. And Parker playing back a little bit. Couldn't come on and get it. Mason McCrane is on with a single to right. And the Tigers have runners at first and second with one out here in the third.
Good for these guys to see the ball fall early in this game after taking to the fifth last night to do it. That may have been a cutter. That was at 88, and it was in on the hands. Kind of fisted it out there past the shift.
Just got enough of it.
Yeah.
Steele, of course, had to make sure that Parker didn't make the catch. And then, Buddy, he had to beat feet to get to second base in time. So Steele at second and McCrane at first and Guevara to the plate. And the pitch. Eric takes it outside for ball 1.
If they come in, middle in with anything, they're giving him a lot of room in left center field.
Runners at first and second, the pitch. Guevara takes it low. It scoots away from Milewski, but not far enough for Steele to advance to third. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Guevara.
This is a tight now. This is one of those pressure counts for the opposing pitcher. And, yeah, Milewski, the catcher, going to go talk to him.
I wonder if he got crossed up on that pitch. Or he's fallen behind a couple hitters now, and he worked out of trouble in the second. He's going to have to work out of trouble here in the third.
And it's the second time through now for this Auburn lineup against him. Are they pitching guys differently than they did, showing different things? He's fallen behind.
A 1-out walk to Steele. And a bloop single to right on a 2-2 pitch from Mason McCrane. They're at first and second. 2-0 the count to Guevara. Stretched by Stone. And the pitch. Guevara up the right field line, but curving and a foul into the general admission seating down the right side. 2-1.
Love the idea. Nothing wrong with taking it to the right side. State adjusts its defense straight away in the outfield, pretty much.
2-1. Change up that missed outside. 3 balls and a strike now to Guevara. Eric can go hunting right here. Outfield straight away. Deep in right is Parker. Infield back looking for 2. 3 balls and a strike to Guevara. Stone off the stretch and the pitch. And he walked. It missed low.
Yes, it did.
And the bases now were loaded for Fraley, who is due. Steele to third, McCrane to second, Guevara at first, and Fralick at the plate. He is 0 for 5 this weekend.
And does not have a hit this year with the bases loaded.
No time like the present.
Right.
Pitch. Foul tip. 0-1 the count. Fralick is 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts this weekend. He struck out in the first. He bats with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the third.
And remember, this followed 5 straight games with a home run.
Stretch by Stone. And the pitch. Fralick into left center field. Chance to his left makes the catch. Runner at third, Steele tags, and Auburn has the lead for the first time this weekend. A sacrifice fly by Fralick to left. His 39th run batted in. Steele comes home. Tigers take advantage of the free base, and Auburn leads 1-0.
Yeah, a couple things there important. The walk that Steele drew after falling behind in the count, Auburn makes Mississippi State pay for that free base runner, and the walk to Guevara that pushed Steele over to third. And then Fralick does his job.
Makes contact.
Just makes contact, put it in play, get it to the outfield.
Here's Rembert with runners at first and second. And a throw back to the second baseman. Fry covering Mason McCrane. Mason at second. Guevara at first. A run home for Auburn here in the third. And Rembert at the plate. Here's the stretch. Here's the pitch. Rembert fouled it back. Boy, he had a pitch up.
Yeah.
He had a pitch that hung, and he fouled it back. Rembert with a single to right back in the second inning. Of the outfielders right now for State, Parker in right is the only one with an outfield assist. Good speed out there with Mason McCrane at second base. Stretch in the pitch. Rembert takes it low, 1-1.
And with 2 outs, both McCrane and Guevara will be off on contact.
A run home for Auburn. Tigers lead 1-0. We're in the third. First and second and 2 outs. And a 1-1 count to Rembert. Pitch on the way. Up and in. Fastball at 92. 2 balls and a strike. McCrane and Guevara get their leads. They're first and second. 2-1 pitch. Rembert up the middle. It's a base hit. McCrane around third base will score. 2-0 Tigers. A single up the middle by Rembert. He's 2 for 2. And Auburn leads 2-0.
You know, Stone was getting ahead in the count a bunch the first time through, especially here in this third inning, though. Auburn hasn't bailed him out. When he's fallen behind, he's been in disadvantage counts. Auburn has come through. They're not swinging at balls. They are swinging at strikes and making much better contact.
And here's Bingaman. And the pitching coach for Mississippi State is out. Entire infield to the mound. Auburn has scored twice here in the third inning. And by the way, Stone is already up to 60 pitches.
Yeah. Yeah, he has been inconsistent. When he's been good, he's been really, really good.
And of late, that's been on the road.
On the road, you're exactly right. He has followed every really strong outing with a not so strong outing. And he was good last weekend. He was good in the first inning tonight with a little help.
Now Bingaman to the plate. He singled to right back in the second. Rembert at first and Guevara down at second. Tigers have scored a couple runs in the inning. Stone works off the stretch. And the pitch. Outside, ball one to Bingaman. Off-speed delivery off the outside edge. Infield back with 2 down. Stone the stretch and the pitch. Bingaman takes a strike on the inside corner. A fastball at 93.
Ethan may have had the best at bat the first time through against Stone. Fouled away a couple of pitches, worked the count full, eventually singled.
A ball and a strike and a throw back to second base with the second baseman Fry covering. It was a low throw. Kind of a lollipop back there. That's where Eric Guevara resides for Auburn. Rembert down at first. 2 home for Auburn here in the third.
And the same deal here, Andy. With 2 outs, they're off on any kind of contact.
A ball and a strike to Bingaman. Now the pitch. Ethan shoots one up the right side off the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Oh, for a gapper right now from Ethan. But he's behind a ball and 2 strikes. Stretch and the pitch. Chopper, third base side. It's foul by about 3 feet.
Just tried to beat him with the fastball.
92 on the heater. Stone stretches. The 1-2 to Bingaman is headed home. Swing, fly ball into center. Long run for Chance. He is there. He makes the catch. And the inning is over. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left for Auburn. We go to the bottom of the third. Auburn 2, Mississippi State nothing. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout. Yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosk around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game. Plus, home men's and women's basketball games, baseball, and softball. Live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Auburn gets a couple runs in the top half of the third, and it will be the top of the order to face Andreas Alvarez in the bottom of the inning. 40 pitches for Dre in his first 2 innings of work with 3 strikeouts. He will get Fry, Reese, and Sullivan. Beautiful evening for baseball. It has been, for the first weekend of May, unseasonably cool here in Starkville. And expected to get some rain to rumble through here tonight late.
Yeah, shouldn't impact this game or tomorrow's game. Just wet the ground a little while we're sleeping. The southern half of the state and the southern half of Alabama today got a lot of rain.
3 o'clock tomorrow. We're on the air at 2:45. Hopefully it's for the rubber game of the series. Yeah. Here's Garrick Fry, who walked to lead off the first. Pitch to Garrick. Fastball on the outside corner for ball 1.
I don't want to beat a dead horse, but that's the exact spot that was called a strike in the top of the first inning.
Long look in by Alvarez, and he comes in with the 1-0. There's a strike on the off-speed delivery, 1-1.
Well, this is a critical inning, not because Alvarez is at 42 pitches and it's the third, but because last night every time Auburn scored, State answered immediately.
1-1. That's high and away with the fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Fry 2 for 5 last night with a homer. He drove in 2. He walked to lead off the first, but was stranded at second base. Now the 2-1. Fry to left field. It's a base hit. 3 hops to Terrell. Fry with a turn at first. It's a leadoff single for State.
Fastball over the plate too much. He was trying, I think, to go for the outside corner, and he missed it by a couple of lengths of the baseball.
And here's Ace Reese, the third baseman. Was 0 for 4 last night when he got his lone base hit. He singled here in the first. So now 2 for 6 on the weekend. Fry, a threat to run, has 6 stolen bases and a good lead at first base. Stretch by Alvarez, and the pitch home to Reese. Swing and a miss, way out in front. I mean, way.
Yeah. It's interesting. The strikeouts that he had last night and the success Auburn had against him was exclusively with off-speed stuff.
Don't make a mistake to this guy, however. 9 of his 17 home runs this year have come in SEC play.
Very consistent.
Batting .318 on the season and hitting .384 with runners on base. Fry gets his lead. Second straight throw over. He's back on his belly.
I mean, they're hitting .313 as a team this late in the season, with half your games or more coming in conference.
Stretch. Pitch. Swing at another. Off-speed delivery and down for strike 2.
I mean, this guy can crush a fastball, but so far in a game and change, he has an issue slowing his bat down enough against off-speed pitches.
0-2 to Reese. Fry gets his lead over. Another throw over. Tigers keeping an eye on Garrick Fry, spelled F-R-E-I.
Tougher to turn 2 against Reese in the shift like they are.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 3 straight off-speed pitches. 3 straight swings and misses. 4th strikeout for Alvarez. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. He just kept getting just a tick further away from the left-handed hitter.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 out, and here is Noah Sullivan, a strikeout victim in the first. Stretch by Alvarez. Fry with the lead. The pitch. Sullivan swings at a high fastball at 94 and came up empty.
So he just watched all off speed to Reese in the on-deck circle. And then Dre fires him a fastball up to start the at-bat. Bat just a little tardy.
Dre needs to make sure that he comes set at the belt. The first base coach said something to the first base umpire. Pitch. Didn't get the outside corner with that curveball. 1-1 the count to Sullivan.
Yeah, he's close. Close to not coming set.
Shakes off a sign, now gets the one that he wants. 1-1. Line drive way out of play beyond the grandstand and near the rental car that Brad has.
A lot of leg room in that rental this time.
Sure is.
Thankfully.
Sure is comfortable.
We were in a go-kart in College Station.
Yes, we were. 1-2 to Sullivan. 1 out, a runner at first. Tigers lead 2-0. We're in the bottom of the third. Stretch and the pitch on the way. Wasted one. Outside. Runner got a little bit off of first. Fralick took a look but didn't throw down. File that one away. Pitch on the way. Line drive right side. That's going to be trouble. That's going to get into the corner. On a hop. Back in by McCrane. Runner on his way to second. He'll get there with a double. 2-2 pitch. And a double into right field by Sullivan down the line. 10th of the year for Sullivan.
Well, last night when Marciano or Cormier got to 2 strikes, it was a little tough to put these guys away. Same story there. Sullivan went the other way. A really good 2-strike swing. He generated enough power. It's a short corner down there, and it one-hopped the wall. And they are trying to answer back immediately again tonight.
Here's Jacob Parker. Popped up to the second, or the shortstop, back in the first. He bats with runners at second and third and 1 out in the third. Stretch and the pitch. Outside with a curveball. 1-0.
Auburn to give up a run for an out on the infield. Although if it's hit sharply at Guevara at third, I think that might hold Fry there.
1-0 to Parker, left-handed hitter. Comes the pitch. Outside and high again.
.54 pitches for Alvarez, and that'll draw a visit from Everett Tieford.
Two off-speed pitches that weren't even close to Parker. Begs the question, is Auburn pitching around him to get to Reed Stallman, who's on deck? And Everett Tieford puts his hand on Alvarez's shoulder and talks it over with the Auburn pitcher. Everybody else is just a witness out there right now.
Yeah. Parker, a lefty with 11 homers and 43 RBIs. Stallman, a lefty with 10 homers and 43 RBIs. But if they are pitching around the right fielder and he does walk, you've at least got to play at any base. You've got to force everywhere. The double play is in order as well with 1 out. Those were not very Alvarez-like pitches, though, the last 2, like they slipped on him.
2-0 the count to Parker. He stretches and pitches, and Parker takes it outside. Ball 3. Fry at third and Sullivan at second. 3-0 count to Parker, the pitch. Popped it up.
Wow.
Went after a 3-0 pitch. Pops it up left side near the line. Guevara. 2 are out. Oh, that's a favor for Auburn.
Sure is. My goodness. Parker, the freshman. They turn him loose 3-0, and he actually takes a cut at it.
He popped up to McCrane in the first. He pops up to Guevara here in the third. And now Stallman at the plate. A strikeout victim in the first. 2 outs and runners at second and third. Another left-handed hitter up there. Stretched by Alvarez in the pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1. And Justin Robinson hears it from the Mississippi State faithful. Slightly open stance, sets up deep in the left-handed batter's box. Alvarez stretches. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 95 from Alvarez. 0-2.
A little something extra there for tonight, and we've seen him hit 96 this year. He gave that a little something extra.
0-2 the count to Stallman. Second and third with 2 down in the third. Tigers lead at 2-0. Alvarez gets his sign and comes set. 0-2 pitch. Wasted one. A fastball out. A ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, this team's looking to tag a ball with 2 strikes. They've gotten a lot of hits. They've driven in a lot of runs with 2 strikes and 2 outs. That was a good pitch to see if he could get a chase.
Long look in by Alvarez. He gets his sign. The 1-2 pitch is headed home. Foul back. Off-speed delivery, and Stallman did a nice job to spoil it. Angelo Okatai, I think I'm getting that name right, within a game of wrapping up Auburn's super regional win against Duke. She leads 5-love in the number 3 singles match. That would wrap things up for the Tigers.
Now Auburn has a 3-2 lead.
Here's a 1-2 pitch on the way to Stallman. It misses low. It's blocked by the catcher, Freilich. There's plenty of room behind home plate. You lose a ball here, and it's a run for Mississippi State.
I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back to the fastball.
Maybe a little bit out. Stretch, 2-2 pitch. He tried it. He didn't get the call. Full count now to Stallman. Second and third, 2 outs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count to Reed Stallman. The stretch and the full count pitch. He walked, missed outside. And the bases are loaded for Bryce Chance, who batted with the bases loaded in the first inning last night.
He has 2 homers this year. They're both grand slams. They've come in the last 2 weekends. They've come in the last 8 days.
The home run he hit last night was an 0-1 pitch.
And a line drive home run at that.
He grounded out to Rembert in the second. He bats with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the third.
63 pitches for Dre,
who works up the stretch and comes home. Chopper right back to the second baseman. Rembert fields, steps on the bag, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and State leaves the bases loaded. We're through 3. Auburn 2, Mississippi State nothing. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
She was the sister who went unnoticed.
A daffodil might look plain next to a lily, but on its own there is much to be admired.
Now her greatest chapter is yet to come.
The most important thing is to be yourself.
From the world of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice comes a new BritBox original drama,
Mary, you will flourish.
Based on the best-selling novel, The Other Bennett Sister, now streaming only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Back to more of the Tigers and Bulldogs from Starkville.
Through 3 in Starkville, Auburn is on top by a score of 2-0. Terrell, McCrane, and Ballou to face Duke Stone in the 4th. And to take you through the middle 3 innings, he's the guy with all the swag. Here's Brad Law.
That's not the first inning, it's the 4th, but you still get credit for it. Nicely done. Nicely done, voice. All right, Bub Terrell, Brandon McCrane, Cade Ballou do up for the Tigers, who lead 2-0. And boy, if the first 3 innings are any indication of how this one's going tonight, it's going to be a white knuckler all the way through. State has stranded 6 through the first 3 innings. Auburn has left 3 aboard. Hits are even at 4 apiece. Where it counts, it's Auburn 2, Mississippi State nothing. Bub Terrell struck out his first time. Duke Stone, 65 pitches for the right-hander. He fires and starts the inning with ball 1 low. We are deceptively high up at the top of the second level of seats here at Dudy Noble Field. High-low can be a bit of a challenge from this vantage point. Here's the pitch. Swing, line drive up the left field line. It is down. It is into the corner. Bub Terrell wide turn at first. He digs for second. He slides in feet first. It's a double for Bub Terrell, the sophomore left fielder for the Tigers. Knocks his 11th 2-bagger of the season, and that's a good way to start the 4th inning. Second time in the last 3 innings, Auburn has the leadoff man on base and a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Last inning, they had a runner in scoring position with just 1 out. Tigers got 2 in the 3rd inning. Here's Brandon McCrane. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Might he try to bunt Bub over? Not on the first pitch. Instead, he late swing, grounds it off to the right, foul. 0-1. More of a slap approach from McCrane. It was that late of a swing. Brandon, 1 home run. He's driven in 25. That 1 homer was last weekend. 25 RBIs for McCrane. He's got a duck on the pond right now. And the spin and the bluff, the throw toward second. And that's the one bluff that you get in an inning. A few of the players for Auburn asking for a pitch clock violation, automatic ball, but you get one bluff per inning. And that's the bluff for Stone, who looks to second, now comes home. McCrane takes it high, a ball and a strike to the Auburn shortstop. Auburn trying to even up the series. Trying to repeat the pattern from 3 weeks ago in Gainesville. Lost the opener, won the next two. Stone's 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Threw him a fastball, 92, nothing fancy. Just a couple of fastballs from Stone to get ahead of McCrane with Cade Ballou on deck. 2-0 Auburn in the fourth. Stone works from the stretch, left side of the rubber. Looks to second briefly, comes home. McCrane pops it up back in this general vicinity, out of play. And the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Some room in the gap in left center. Center fielder Chance a couple steps over toward right center. Stone lifts, plants, fires. And a flinch, but not an offer. They'll appeal just so Ronnie Teague can exercise his shoulders and signal that he did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wasn't really close. McCrane, a 3-hit night Tuesday in Birmingham. His 7th 3-hit game of the year. 2-2. Just got a piece of it. Good swing. Spoiled a nice pitch. A fastball that was low. Might have been ball 3, but McCrane with a protective swing. Well, a line drive to the outfield here would give Auburn a 3-run lead in the fourth. It's 2-0. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Off-speed pitch. And he caught McCrane looking for something else. Brandon's down on strikes for the second time. 1 away in the fourth for Cade Ballou. Cade was Auburn's first left-handed hitter in the lineup to make contact against Stone, to put it in play, I should say. He grounded out to first his first time. Lefties the second time through have singled, sacrifice flied, and doubled. The pitch. He showed bunt, pulled the bat back, and took a strike on the inside corner. Cade didn't think so, but he was all over the plate when he squared. That'll get the maroon infield thinking. Would he square again? 0-1. First baseman way back. Third baseman out, even with the bag way off the line. 0-1 pitch to Ballou. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 to the Auburn center fielder. Ballou getting the start in center tonight. It's his first start in center field since the opening game of the Texas series back in March. He's behind 0-2. Stone comes set and he deals. And he gets a swing and a miss. That was a ball down and in, and Ballou went after it. Back-to-back strikeouts after giving up the leadoff double. And this is what Stone did in the second inning when he gave up back-to-back singles. Auburn had runners at first and second with nobody out, and neither of the next guys could get him over. He struck out Terrell and McCrane. Here in the fourth, the leadoff double by Terrell, followed by strikeouts for McCrane and Ballou, and now it's Lucas Steele. He walked and scored last inning. Pitch to him. High for ball 1. From the stretch. The 1-0 pitch to Steele. On the way. Inside corner for strike 1. Yellowwood scoreboard. Auburn women's tennis has won its super regional against Duke, 4-2. Angela Okatai. There's a swing and a miss by Steele. A ball, 2 strikes to Lucas. Won her singles match, won the third set, 6-love. A thorough win. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Steele takes a called third strike, and the inning is over. Stone gives up a leadoff double and then strikes out the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. and a fourth runner stranded in this game for the Tigers. It's 2-0 Auburn as we move to the bottom of the fourth. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Massive international soccer is coming to Auburn for the first time. 2 proud nations, 1 global game. Argentina versus Iceland. Tuesday, June 9th at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Incredible elite competition and world-class talent coming to Auburn. Road to 26. Argentina versus Iceland. June 9th. Get tickets at aubtix.com or roadto26.com.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Nothing Auburn. Mississippi State has had base runners in every inning. Andres Alvarez has fought valiantly to keep them off the scoreboard. They left them loaded in the third. Bottom third of their order due up here in the fourth inning. Alvarez at 64 pitches. More on women's tennis. It's Super Regional win at the Arborough Tennis Center. They moved it indoors because of weather. They got a late start, and it came down to the wire. Auburn won the doubles point, and then some really close singles matches that the Tigers won in the end. They win 4-2, and then they move on to the Final Four in America. Here we go, bottom of the fourth. Vitas Valencias. Pitch to him. Misses low and away, ball 1. Conecuh Sausage is the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is a game day favorite, always great on the grill. Pick up a package at your local grocery store. Visit the Conecuh gift shop. Evergreen, Alabama. Pitch, strike at the knees. It's 1-1. That Conecuh gift shop off I-65 at exit 96. You know, for all the grill smoke that wafts through the air, looks like a controlled burn in the outfield. How much better would it be if it was Conecuh?
Oh, it'd be immeasurably better.
Yeah. 1-1. Slider didn't get the outside corner. Good pitch, didn't get the call. 2-1. Valencias has a single. He has 4 hits on the weekend already. The delivery. Slider popped up right side out of play. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Valencias and his brother Valencas transferred in from different schools. They didn't both come from Virginia. Valencias, the left fielder, started at Illinois, his home state school. Valencas started at Virginia, followed Brian O'Connor here to Mississippi State. 2-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3, inside corner, and a beauty.
94. Inside corner. Outstanding pitch for the 5th strikeout of the night. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Alvarez pulled out the paintbrush on that one, painted the inside corner. Here's Kevin Maluski, the catcher.
With Roquefort.
Fielder's choice for the catcher in the second inning. Right-handed batter. First pitch to him, fastball, a little bit low. Fralick tried to steal the strike. Didn't get it. You ever had the Christmas Conecuh?
No.
Lined in the pitch. Fastball, lined right side, out of play, 1-1.
Please tell me about it.
It's a little spicier.
Yeah?
Got a little different kick to it.
Really?
Yes. You make a sweeter sauce to go with the spice.
My goodness.
Yeah.
That's indescribably beautiful.
You can get it at the Conecuh gift shop. Indescribably beautiful. The pitch. Oh, curveball hit him. That's the third one of those in the last 2 innings that have slipped on Alvarez. And that one plunked Maluski. So a 1-out base runner. Again, they've had base runners every inning. Alvarez you know, he'll have 1 or 2 innings where he's got to work with some traffic. Tonight, it's been all 4 innings. Here is Ryder Woodson, the shortstop, with 1 out. And Maluski at first. First pitch right down the middle, 0-1.
He struck out Woodson on 3 pitches back in the second.
Number 9 hitter in the order, Woodson. Dre comes set at the belt. 5 on the pitch clock. Here's the delivery. Off speed, swung on and missed, 0-2. Garrick Fry waits on deck. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Auburn leads 2-0. Alvarez, deliberate. He's been that way all night. Pitch clock at 3-2. Here's the delivery. Off speed, outside, 1-2. Couldn't get him to chase. One out, 1 on, bottom of the 4th. Righty-righty matchup. Dre gets his sign, now quickly darts a throw over to first, runner back. You know what we haven't done tonight? We haven't checked the Yellowwood scoreboard. Georgia beat LSU, another win in the conference for the Bulldogs, 11-8 your final in Athens. And Tennessee took the opener from Texas, 5-1 in Knoxville. Pitch from Alvarez, swing and a miss, strike 3. Or did he get a piece? He got a little piece of it and fouled it off.
More in the Yellowwood scoreboard. Alabama wins the first game of the series at Carolina 8-3. By the way, that Georgia win was a big comeback for the Bulldogs.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
It was 6-2 LSU at one point.
It's an LSU team fighting for its postseason life. Pitch home. Fastball didn't get the inside corner. Half the Auburn dugout takes a step off that top step. They thought they had it. Count goes to 2-2 on Woodson.
5-1 Tennessee over Texas tonight in Knoxville.
Alvarez is not nibbling. He's going after him. 1 out, 1 on.
Big leap for Maluski.
Pitch to Woodson. Little tapper left side. Guevara fields, goes to second for 1, on to first. Not in time for the double play. So Woodson beats it out. It's a fielder's choice. Maluski, the leadoff man, cut down on a 5-4 force at second base. 2 away for the leadoff hitter, Garrick Fry.
Ball was topped to Guevara at third. Got the leadoff guy, got the lead man there.
And now Fry, who's been on base twice. Exactly what they want their leadoff hitter to do.
They're in the bottom of the 7th. Ole Miss 5, Texas A&M 2 in Oxford.
A&M changed up its rotation for that series. Pitch. Ground ball or line drive caught by Bingaman at first. Line drive caught by Bingaman. Hit hard by Fry, but Auburn's first baseman right there, Johnny on the spot, ready to make the play, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 more left for Mississippi State. Before we break, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn trying to even the series in Starkville tonight. The Tigers take a 2-0 lead into the 5th when Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Let's be honest, senior living shouldn't feel senior, and it's definitely not all about yelling, bingo! At Atlas Senior Living, we focus on great care, great people, and yes, great days. And no one telling you you can't have dessert before dinner. Well, maybe once. And with locations throughout the Southeast, chances are there's an Atlas community closer than you think. Atlas Senior Living, exceptional care, even better living. Visit atlasseniorliving.com to find a community near you and schedule a tour today.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
2-0 Auburn. Tigers have been able to collect 5 hits against Duke Stone, the Mississippi State starter, 6-1 on the season. And the Tigers will have the top of the order up against him in the 5th, so the third look at the sophomore right-hander. 6'5", 235. Mississippi State maroon jerseys, white pants. Auburn in navy jerseys and gray pants. In front of a crowd of maybe 15,000 here tonight. Over 12,000 last night for the series opener. Mason McCrane takes a strike off the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Boy.
It's just not consistent.
No.
I mean,
it's not consistent from the top of the inning to the bottom.
Right. Pitch to McCrane. Ground ball, right side. First baseman backs up on it. Can't get it cleanly. Second baseman backing up the play in the shift, and he bobbled and dropped the ball.
Twice.
So McCrane, it was about a 3 or 4 bobble situation between Stallman and Fry.
It hit a lot of Bulldogs out there.
It did.
And then it hit the ground.
Yeah, before it hit the ground, it got an awful lot of jerseys.
And they're going to give him a base hit.
Okay. Well, good. Good for Mason. It was hit sharply.
Most importantly, leadoff man on for Auburn.
Third time in 4 innings the leadoff man's gotten on base. But, they've only gotten him home. Well, they didn't get the leadoff man home in either of the first 2 innings they did it.
Time to change that.
Eric Guevara, the hitter. He walked last time up. He's also flied out, and the first pitch hits him. Got him up on the shoulder, I think. Got him up high. And he tosses the protection away and jogs down to first. First and second, nobody out. And a guy you trust with the bat in his hand here in Chase Fralick, knowing his job. At the very least, you want to get those runners over.
Activity in the pen for State. Struggling to get a number. I know a right-hander is warming up, and I don't think he's the only one out there right now.
Stone has had 84 pitches. Now, ordinarily, teams might shift against Fralick, not with first and second and nobody out. Pitch. Chase pulls it foul past the Auburn dugout. It's 0-1. Mississippi State trying to get a double play ball or a pop-up out of Fralick. Team leader in doubles. Tied for the team lead in homers. Second on the team in RBIs. 0-1, bouncing ball slowly right side. Fry gloves at second, throws to first, only one play. Right. It's as good as a sacrifice bunt. Runners advance to second and third. There's one out.
Ball just wasn't hit hard enough, really, for Fry to look at second base. I think Rembert got a good jump. Guevara got a good jump on that one. And Fralick, as he went across the bag, kind of slapped his hands like, all right, not exactly what I wanted, but the runners are at second and third.
Yeah, you've got a minimum job requirement there, and he did it. Got the runner over. Now, how careful will they be with Chris Rembert, who's 2 for 2 today? Time here as the catcher goes out to talk to Stone.
Well, you've got Bingaman on deck.
Yep.
Another right-handed hitter who's had a good weekend. A couple base hits for Ethan Bingaman.
Including one tonight off Stone. Are they buying time for somebody in the bullpen?
I wouldn't be surprised. And I wouldn't be surprised if the pitching coach comes out eventually.
Yeah.
Or if the head coach comes out eventually.
While we've got a minute, we'll tell you the 5th inning is presented by Southern Union. Moves seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. Yep, here comes the head coach. Brian O'Connor's out of the dugout. They bought all the time they could. That ought to count as something. They're within their right to do it, and that's what they're going to do, and that'll be the end of the line for Duke Stone. Runners at second and third and one out. They'll go to their bullpen in a jam with Auburn on top, 2-0, and 2 in scoring position, and Chris Rembert, who's 2 for 2 and wearing number 2, coming to the plate. Okay, Mississippi State makes... Well, maybe.
Not yet.
Not yet, they haven't. Again, they're going to wait. The head coach, the veteran coach in his first year at Mississippi State. He's going to wait until Justin Robinson comes out and forces his hand.
Out of the bullpen. He's just waiting to come in, and he's going to continue to wait. They're going to leave him in there. All right, Chris.
Boy, oh boy. That's a lot of time in between action.
Would you walk Rembert and load the bases?
That's risky. I mean, Chris has seen it well tonight. That's a big risk at this juncture in the game. 5th inning, 1 out. All right. Let's see what they do on this first pitch. It's on the way. Oh, he couldn't stop his swing. A slider down and away. It wasn't close, but Rembert couldn't stop. 0-1 the count.
Infield back, Brad. They'll give up the run.
Yeah. Parker Rhodes in the pen. There's a tapper. Left side. It'll get the run home. Shortstop fields and throws and gets Rembert by a step. It's an RBI ground out for Chris Rembert. Woodson charged on the play. Nothing else he could have done. McCrane scores easily from third. His second run scored of the game. It's 3-0 Auburn. And Guevara over to third. So Rembert with either hits or RBIs or both in all 3 of his plate appearances tonight. 2 down for Ethan Bingaman. First pitch low, ball 1. Bingaman is 1 for 2. He's singled and flied to shallow center. Got it off the hands his last time up to pop it up. Big hole up the middle. Pitch. Swing, foul down the third baseline. He hit the daylights out of that ball.
And he almost hit Eric Guevara.
Uh-huh. Ball was coming at Eric a whole lot harder than most balls that are hit by other teams at him at third base. Pitch. Inside. 2-1 to the Auburn first baseman. Outfield straight away. Tigers lead 3-0. Here's the 2-1. Slider foul away right side, 2-2. Bingaman read the break, tried to go the other way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Guevara at third. Stone trying to leave him there. Here is the 2-2 to the freshman Bingaman. Didn't get the call on the outside corner. It looked good.
And Ethan was fooled.
Yeah.
I mean, his knees buckled. And Auburn, I think, caught a break right there. I'll take advantage.
Payoff pitch. On the way. Chopper, foul, left side. Chris Rembert, by the way, is now 13 for 15 with runners on third and less than 2 outs. You talk about clutch. Talk about doing your job. Stat from our friend Chuck Galena, who's working with TV tonight.
Chucky G.
Another payoff pitch to Bingaman. Ground ball up the middle, base hit on a 3-2 pitch. He got an off-speed pitch, and he sent it right back where it came from. RBI single for the freshman, and the Tigers lead 4-0.
2 for 3 night for Bingaman. He didn't get the call on the curveball, and then he came back with another off-speed pitch. And Ethan was fooled on the pitch that was ball 3.
Yeah.
He was not fooled on that one. He stayed back and sent it up the middle. 2 more runs in for the Tigers here in the 5th.
And that will do it for Duke Stone. Brian O'Connor is out of the dugout. He gives the hand signal, and that'll do it. He left Stone in to face Rembert and Bingaman, 2 more right-handers. And righties had good nights against Duke Stone here for Auburn. Mississippi State makes a Pepper Tree pitching change. For a new level of taste, Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection and the finest cuts of meat, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn and Montgomery. And online, stakeswine.com. Stakesandwine.com. The Bulldogs make a Pepper Tree pitching change.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Maddox Miller, number 20, is on for Mississippi State in this Pepper Tree pitching change. Freshman left-hander, 6'4", 185 pounds, from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and Oak Grove High School. 4-2 this season with an ERA of 2.42. This will be his 17th appearance and his 16th in relief. 22 and a third innings, 6 runs on 19 hits, 37 strikeouts, 8 walks. He's given up 3 homers. Opponent's only hitting .235 against Miller. Really good in the SEC, 0-1, but an ERA of 1.35 in this will be his 6th relief appearance. 6 2/3 innings, a run on 7 hits, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks, a homer. And the league hitting .269 against Mason Miller. Duke Stone, 4 2/3 innings, 4 runs on 7 hits, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. And he leaves with a runner at first base, 2 outs here in the 5th, and the Tigers leading 4-0. And Bub Terrell coming to the plate for the Tigers.
2 of Auburn's 4 runs have been scored by players who reached freely, a walk or hit batter. And the runs have been driven in on or after the second outs of innings. So the Tigers doing good work late in innings. They're getting guys on base. Again, 70% of Auburn's runs this year have come when they got the leadoff man on base in an inning. They got McCrane and Guevara on back-to-back here in the 5th. McCrane and Guevara have scored here in the 5th. Auburn leads 4-0. And Bub Terrell, who's 1 for 2 tonight, is the first to greet Miller. Lefty versus lefty. Terrell doubled into the left field corner last inning, continuing the pattern of him focusing on going opposite field, and as a result, Valencius shades a couple steps over toward the line. There's a throw to first, runner back.
And Bingaman was leaning.
Bingaman has 4 stolen bases. He's been caught once. Miller, left side of the rubber, from the stretch, runner at first. Deals to Terrell. Bub takes it low and outside, ball 1.
Fastball at 95 away.
A lefty with a fastball at 95. That's tough. Last night they had Valenkus and then brought in another freshman who was throwing 96 from the left side. Pitch to Terrell. Way outside, even further outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Six of Auburn's 7 hits are singles. Terrell's double the only extra base hit to this point. We're in the top of the 5th. It's 4-0 Auburn. Throw to first. And Bingaman back standing.
Outfield play straight away and deep in left, deep in right with Bub at the plate.
A lot of room up the middle, especially to the right of the bag at second. Miller's pitch. Swing and a miss. Quick swing by Bub. 2-1 the count. That was more of a pull swing.
94.
No wind. This ballpark, if there's any wind at all, kind of aids the ball. A bit of a wind tunnel. Pitch to Terrell. Low, down, skips away from the catcher. High up to the nearly the top of the net. That ball bounced. And easily down to second. Cruises Ethan Bingaman. A wild pitch, and the count moves to 3-1.
7th wild pitch from Miller. Now base hit gives you another run.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be an extra base hit here. Another single will do the job. Shortstop in behind Bingaman, now backs up. Pitch is nowhere close. The 4 balls to Terrell, everything but the swing and miss were way outside and low.
You go to 3-1 there. You've got a right-hander coming up next. I just don't think they wanted anything from Bub on a 3-1 pitch.
Now here's Brandon McCrane, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
That was against the right-handed starter.
Now against the lefty who wants to throw strikes. Might he get something to see early in the count?
327 with 2 outs this season.
Pitch to McCrane. First pitch is high, ball 1. Bingaman at second, Terrell at first. 2 in here in the 5th inning. It's 4-0. Miller looks to second, fires home. Swing lifted in the air to center. Chance in 2 steps into his left 1, makes the catch, inning over. But Auburn doubles its lead in the 5th inning. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. Auburn has stranded 6. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 4-0 Auburn. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit. But we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Auburn leads Mississippi State 4-0 as the Bulldogs come to bat in the bottom of the 5th. Reese, Sullivan, Parker, 2, 3, and 4 hitters against Andreas Alvarez, who just continues to battle. Dre continues to battle. State has had base runners in every inning. They've stranded 7 through 4. He's thrown 79 pitches. Coming back on 1 day short rest, 6 days in between outings for Alvarez after throwing 114 pitches in Auburn's series opening win at Texas A&M last Saturday. And he's out there trying to gut it out, get through the 5th. Jackson Sanders in between innings. First the pitch to Reese. Swing, topper, right side, foul. Past the first base coach's box. 0-1 the count. Jackson Sanders started to kind of toss the weighted ball around a little. Ryan Hetzler stretching. Pitch off speed outside to Reese. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mississippi State third baseman, the standout power hitter, has singled and struck out tonight. Auburn's had success with him or against him all weekend with off-speed pitches. Alvarez is 1-1. Fastball didn't get the outside corner. It's just not there in the bottom of the inning. 2-1 the count. Reese leading off the 5th. State's had the leadoff man on base in 2 of the 4 innings so far. They play Reese to pull. Here's the pitch to him. Hit on the ground past Bingaman. Into the right field corner. No, it hits the wall, juts out, and kicks out into right field. Throw comes into second from Rembert. It's a stand-up double for Ace Reese. A leadoff double for Reese. His second hit of the game. His 20th double of the year. He leads the team in that category. It was right down the first base line, right field line, and then the stands jut out at the top of the bullpen, cuts the foul territory down to just a couple of feet, and it hit the corner and ricocheted out into shallow right field. Rembert was doing his job. He was out to provide assistance on the play, and he went and got it, threw it into second. Here's Noah Sullivan, first pitch. Breaking ball down the middle, 0-1. Tigers on top, 4-0. The double by Reese, Mississippi State's 5th hit of the game. Their crowd's been a little subdued the last couple of innings. They try to make some noise. Here's the pitch. Sullivan takes a curveball, really good pitch, called a ball inside, 1-1. Alvarez a long look in. Pitch clock is at 8. He comes set at 5. He deals. And he missed the outside corner, 2-1. And if he's not getting that call, it's just tough. He's not getting the inside or outside corner right now. Here's the delivery. And that one nearly hit Sullivan. It's 3-1 to the designated hitter. Sullivan doubled in the third. He struck out in the first. Alvarez, 87 pitches. Sophomore right-hander straightens up with 4. The pitch. Swing and a fly, right side, slicing toward the seats in foul territory. It reaches the seat. So Sullivan aggressive there. Got a hitter's count. Something he thought he could drive. Tried to send it up the right side. It was foul. And now the count full. Sullivan with 37 runs driven in. His average right at 333 after his double in the third. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by East Alabama Health with their spacious cancer center. Patients can make cancer a distant memory instead of a distant drive. That's why East Alabama Health is Auburn's home field advantage. Payoff pitch from Alvarez. Called strike 3. Oh, a fastball down the middle. 94. Alvarez just let it rip, and Sullivan watched it. First out of the inning, 6th strikeout for Alvarez tonight. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. Sullivan clearly looking for something else there. And now Frelick goes out to talk to Dre.
Frelick was talking to the home plate umpire, and now Everett Teaford will join the rest of the infield on the mound.
Jackson Sanders is up in the bullpen. He was getting warm. He was getting stretched out in the last inning break. So I don't think he's ready at this point.
I don't know, Brad. I think he's ready if needed.
Boy, I haven't noticed him throwing. Maybe he has been. All right. So the conversation continues. You got Parker coming up. A couple of lefties back-to-back in the order. And Alvarez will stay in there. Whew. Talk about competitive spirit and guts from this sophomore Alvarez. 89 pitches after 114 pitches 6 days ago. Helps a little that it's a little cooler, but he is leaving it all out there. Here is Parker, 1 out, runner at second. Parker takes the first pitch for a ball that gets away from Frelick, and down to third goes Reese. So Reese 90 feet away, and the count a ball and nothing on Parker. 4-0 Auburn.
Team leading 8 wild pitches.
Auburn will trade a run for an out with 1 out and a runner at third in the 5th inning. Pitch way outside. It's 2-0.
Parker popped up to short in the first. On a 3-0 pitch in the third with runners at first and second, he popped up, actually with runners at first and third, and he popped up to third.
Dre's pitch. Swing and a miss, went after a high breaking ball. 2-1. That would have been ball 3. Whatever Alvarez is doing tonight, he may be falling behind Parker the last 2 at bats, but he's also gotten some curious swings from the state right fielder. Alvarez from the stretch. The pitch swung on and missed. Late swing there, and it's 2-2. Runner at third, one out. Stallman on deck. Alvarez, a big, deep breath. Stretches and pitches. Swing and a miss.
Curveball.
Strike three with the curve. Well, he fell behind Parker 2-0 and then just
Carved him.
sure did.
He got a break. The first strike was out of the strike zone, and Parker went after it. Too anxious.
And now a chance for Alvarez to get out of it. And strand another runner at third. Mississippi State has left 7 so far. They've got Reese at third with 2 outs. Stallman, the batter, he has struck out and walked. Pitch home. Fouled back, 0-1.
Fastball at 94.
Well, if Alvarez could get you through 5, and then you got Sanders for the last 4.
Realistically, that's about all you could ask for.
That's the best case scenario,
Tonight.
yes, no doubt.
One big out to get right here for Andres.
Yep. Trying to preserve a 4-0 lead. 0-1 pitch.
Oh, come on.
Called ball 1.
That has been a strike in the top of the innings tonight.
I've kind of resigned to the fact that it's just not a strike in the bottom of an inning.
No.
So it's a ball and a strike, 2 outs. A strikeout in the first, a walk in the third. The pitch. Fly ball left field, well hit. Terrell on the run, warning track wall, home run. Stallman's 11th home run of the year, RBIs 44 and 45. A 2-out, 2-run home run. And Mississippi State has cut Auburn's lead in half. It's 4-2. Stallman was one of the Mississippi State players honored as a graduate before the game. Got the start tonight. And he gets Mississippi State on the board. Four to 2. And here comes Everett Tieford, and that'll be it for Andres Alvarez. Oh, Dre doesn't like leaving without an out. He's talking to himself, frustrated, but I'll tell you, he has given Auburn everything he had tonight. 4 2/3 innings for Alvarez. Everett Tieford with a hand on the shoulder and a pat on the behind. And he's going to be greeted by a mob of his teammates in blue jerseys as he comes off the field, and Jackson Sanders enters. Starter 1A and 1B in this game for the Tigers. Jackson Sanders on as the Tigers make a Ford F-150 call to the bullpen.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Auburn heads to the bullpen for Jackson Sanders, the sophomore lefty, 6'3", 210 from Opelika, Alabama, and Valley High School is on for Auburn, 3-1 this season, a 2.84 earned run average, making his 12th appearance and his 5th in relief with 3 saves. 50 2/3 innings, 20 runs, 16 hits on 40, 20 runs, 16 earned on 40 hits. 71 strikeouts, 17 walks, 4 homers, and opponents are hitting .214 against the lefty Jackson Sanders. In Southeastern Conference play, 1-1 with an ERA of 2.54. This will be his 8th appearance and his 5th in relief. All 3 of his saves have come in SEC play. 28 1/3 innings, 24 hits, 11 runs, 8 earned on 38 strikeouts with 13 walks, 2 homers, and opponents hitting .226 against Jackson Sanders. A valiant effort tonight for Andres Alvarez, working on a day's less rest. He goes 4 2/3 innings, gives up 2 runs, both earned on 6 hits. 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. He threw 97 pitches, 55, 4 strikes. He was 1 out away from getting out of the inning and getting to the 6th with Auburn on top 4-2, but a 2-run homer to left by Reed Stallman right down the line. Cuts the lead in half. It's 4-2 Auburn, 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom half of the 5th for Mississippi State. Coming to the plate in Bryce Chance.
So it's 4-2 Auburn. And a fresh Jackson Sanders ready to work against a potent Mississippi State lineup. That home run, State's 48th of the year. Here's the pitch. And it is in there for a strike, 0-1. That's the 48th in league play. It's their 90th of the season. 0-1 to Chance, who's 0 for 2. He's hit it on the ground twice. And he takes a ball low. Jackson works off the left side of the rubber. Chance grounded to second in the second. He takes a strike here, 1-2. That three-quarter motion.
Yeah,
yep.
Both strikes have been 83.
Yep. Yeah, the slider from the lefty that just breaks across the outside corner, tough for right-handers. It has been all year. And then if they cheat out that way, you get them inside. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 down and in. He makes quick work of Chance. Sanders looks good to get the last out of the 5th inning. State is on the board. They get 2 runs on 2 hits, a 2-run homer by Reed Stallman. First runs of the game for the Bulldogs. No errors and nobody left. We're through 5. It's Auburn 4, Mississippi State 2, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn Associate Head Baseball Coach Carl Nunemaker.
Chris Finwood was here in 2005, and then he left to take the coaching job at Western Kentucky. I stayed, and Butch came in and replaced Chris Finwood in the summer of 2005. And then fast forward to 2011, Finney called from Old Dominion when he got the job there, and I went there with him. And then in 2017, 10 years after leaving Auburn in 2007, Butch called. That's been amazing how that first stop at Auburn led to those relationships that have been not only beneficial for me, but just great people, mentors, people that are still in your life today.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn leads Mississippi State 4-2 as we move to the 6th inning. Miller still out there for the Bulldogs on the mound. He got the last out of the 5th. He will face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Ballou, Steele, and McCrane. So the lefty gets 3 lefty. Well, I guess Steele will turn around and hit right-handed this inning. Auburn women's tennis super regional champions. They move on to the national quarterfinals for the first time in program history. Headed to Athens. Cade Ballou is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. First pitch. He fouled off one that was way inside. Might have hit him. But he turned on it, fouled it away. It's 0-1. Ballou has started in both left and right since his last start in center. Started against Arkansas in right field. Ballou takes that one high, 1-1. Cade is grounded to first and struck out. Bats to lead off the 6th inning. Auburn leads 4-2. Tigers have out to hit the Bulldogs 7-6. Auburn is stranded 6. State stranded 7. Been an offensive night. Here's the delivery. Ballou takes it way outside. It's 2-1.
I think at least early on, especially left-handers, can be a little bit selective with this guy.
Yeah. He's missed a lot of weight to lefties.
Yes.
Pitch to Ballou. Fouled off a fastball that was up and in. 2-2 the count. Maybe an overcorrection there by Miller. Well, State scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th after Auburn scored 2 in the top of the inning. Could Auburn answer again? Get those runs back. 2-2 to Cade. Swing and a miss by Ballou. He's down on strikes for the second time. 1 away in the 6th for Lucas Steele. Listen to all things SEC, including live games and SEC this morning. Sometimes our buddy Andy Burcham is a guest on SEC this morning. Tune to SiriusXM SEC Radio, channel 364, streaming on the SiriusXM app.
Yellowwood scoreboard, SEC play. Ole Miss leads Texas A&M 5-3 in the top of the 9th.
Steele swings of the first pitch, fouls it back, 0-1. That's a pivotal series.
Kentucky 4, Florida 1, bottom of the 4th in Gainesville.
That's an interesting score to open that series. Gators have struggled in series openers. Pitch. Downstairs to Steele, a ball and a strike.
Vanderbilt leads in the top of the 3rd in Columbia, Missouri, 1-0. Finals, Arkansas. Run rules Oklahoma 12-2.
1-1. Steele takes it low, 2 balls and a strike.
Alabama beat South Carolina the first game of that series in Columbia 8-3. Georgia came from behind, beat LSU 11-8 in Athens.
Steele drew a walk in the 3rd, came around to score later in that inning. 2-1. Missed outside, 3-1.
Texas falls to Tennessee tonight in Knoxville, 5-1. That's all the scores in the SEC tonight.
So Ole Miss leads A&M, and Texas is already lost. Pitch to Steele. 3-1 inside, nearly hit him. It's a walk to Steele, and one of Auburn's captains has drawn his second walk of the night.
And both walks have come with 1 out. He scored back in the 3rd.
Yep.
And Georgia has won tonight, so Georgia a step closer to the SEC championship.
And Texas A&M could be a step closer to Auburn and Mississippi State. If Auburn can win this one tonight.
Gabe Gross is going to call timeout to talk to Mason McCrane as Lucas Steele draws a 1-out walk. Auburn trying to answer the 2 runs that Mississippi State scored in the bottom of the 5th. Tigers lead 4-2.
So McCrane gets his instructions from Gabe Gross.
Starting Monday, Auburn women's golf opens play in the NCAA Regional outside Louisville. It's 3 days of stroke play to qualify for the Nationals out in California. Auburn is the highest seeded team at the Simpsonville Regional.
McCrane has singled twice and scored twice, and he takes ball 1 inside, 1-0.
A week from Monday, the Auburn men's team, the national #1 seed, will open play in the regional in Athens, Georgia. Same thing, 3 days of stroke play to advance to the Nationals.
McCrane started the weekend 0 for 5. Since then, a couple of singles. Shift on against him. Pitch. Ground ball, right side. It is foul. Really got over the top of that. A high chopper about 40 feet down the line, and that was it. Count moves to 1-1 on the Auburn right fielder. And Mason will take his time getting back to the plate. 4-2 Auburn, top of the 6th. Conventional wisdom would tell you, as good as Sanders is, you're going to need a few more runs in this ballpark against this team. LSU had leads on Mississippi State in all 3 games of their series here a couple of weeks ago. State battled back. Here is the pitch to McCrane. Little bloop, left field. It is sinking. It is falling. It's a base hit for McCrane. 3 straight singles in 3 straight at-bats for Mason McCrane, and Auburn has runners at first and second with 1 out in the 6th. Sometimes a bloop will do just fine. That was a high bloop.
Oh, he went up after it, too.
Yeah. And now you get Guevara to the plate with runners at first and second. And 1 down. And Guevara doesn't have a hit tonight, but he's been walked, he's been hit by a pitch, and he has scored a run. Hit by McCrane, Auburn's 8th of the ballgame.
Time to drive one for Eric.
Auburn has 1 extra base hit tonight. Here's the pitch. Guevara takes it outside, ball 1. Miller is not doing himself any favors. He's fallen behind consistently.
And there is more activity in the pen, as you would guess, for Mississippi State.
Miller from the stretch looks to second, looks home, comes home. There's a swing and a miss at one that would have been ball 2 away.
Sure would have. Yeah.
Evens the count 1-1. Auburn tries to add to a 4-2 lead in the 6th inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off. And now it's 1-2. Freilich on deck. Steele leads from second. McCrame from first. The 1-2 pitch to the Auburn third baseman. Here it is. He went after one down in the dirt. It's strike 3.
It wasn't close.
No.
Oh,
Yep.
gone.
Some bad swings in that at bat from Guevara. He'd like to have that one back. He bails out Miller, who wasn't in the strike zone. And there's 2 away in the 6th.
A little more info for Auburn women's tennis. The Tigers will play the winner of Virginia LSU in the Final Four in Athens, Georgia. Those 2 teams are playing tomorrow at Virginia at noon Central Time. The quarterfinals will be May 15th. I'm sorry. The semifinals.
Yeah, they'll play them in the quarterfinals.
Right. May 15th.
Here's Freilich with 2 on and 2 out. Outside. Oh, outside
on.
corner.
Come
Strike
on.
1.
Boy, oh boy.
Freilich
just incredibly inconsistent from the top to the bottom of the innings.
has struck out and grounded out. He's also driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. Time for a hit. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. 4-2 Auburn. And Miller a strike away from getting out of some trouble here in the top of the 6th. Auburn catcher stands back in. Miller comes set. Crowd behind the lefty. Here is his pitch. It is fouled back. Went after one up, 93. Fouled back to the net. It's not a shift, but Fry is very deep. He's 6 feet into the right field grass. 0-2. Fouled back. 2-strike swing there by Freilich.
Big hole up the middle and midway around to the right side of the infield right now for Chase.
Yeah, second baseman playing where he would in the shift. The shortstop is still to the left of the bag at second. Anything right of the bag at second, opportunity for a hit. Got to get it there. Another 0-2 pitch to Chase. Low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Auburn 4, Mississippi State 2. Miller trying to wiggle off the hook. The pitch popped up. Left side of the infield. Woodson, the shortstop, underneath it, and he's got it. And there's the 3rd out. Auburn gets a couple of base runners with 1 out, does not score. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. That is 8 stranded for Auburn. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tigers lead it 4-2. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field! Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Bottom of the 6th. Mississippi State sends the bottom third of its order to the plate against Jackson Sanders. It's 4-2 Auburn as the Tigers try to even up this top 10 series in Starkville, this vitally important series in Starkville.
For both teams.
Absolutely. They started the weekend tied for 4th in the standings. State with the 1-game edge after their win last night. So Auburn trying to even it up, get back there. The 4 seed gets a bye all the way into Thursday. A double bye in the SEC tournament. And beyond that, these are the teams that you're battling with for national seeds or host seeds. And tell you what, people are going to earn their money in that selection room when they're deciding who hosts national seeds, who doesn't. First pitch from Sanders. Dotsey outside corner to Valencius, 0-1. Vitas Valencius is 1 for 2. He singled and struck out. Wind and the pitch from Sanders. Tapped it foul off his foot, 0-2. Vitas Valencius. Almost sounds villainous. He was described by Neil Price, their play-by-play voice. First the pitch. Ooh, just missed a little inside, maybe a little low, 1-2. Said he's even got a villain's mustache. So villainous Valencius behind in the count here. Sanders ahead 1-2. Jackson to the wind, to the plate. Off the end of the bat, foul over the Auburn dugout. Still a ball, 2 strike. Alex Petrovic on the mound for Auburn tomorrow. Another captain. Still a lot of work to be done tonight. 1-2 pitch. Off speed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Valencius K's. That's the second strikeout for Sanders in as many batters. And it's Kevin Maluski, the catcher, next up. 9th strikeout for Auburn pitchers tonight. They struck out 10 last night. It's kind of feast or famine for Mississippi State. Auburn got double-digit strikeouts, but State was able to hit home runs and take advantage of the early lead. Maluski pops up the pitch. Shallow center field. Blue coming on. Over.
Oh. Catch
is made.
Looked a little awkward, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
It was almost as if Blue called off McCrane, and then Cade had to make one final move to get it.
So Maluski goes after the first pitch, flies out to center. 2 down in the 6th. Then Ryder Woodson, the shortstop, to the plate. Woodson has reached on a fielder's choice, and he has struck out. And now time called. They're going to try to break up Jackson's rhythm. This is just to try to break up the rhythm and keep Auburn out there in the field a little longer. Keep State's defense from going back on the field quickly. Third base coach for State taps him on the shoulder. So you got any plans Saturday after the game? All right, cool, great. Home plate umpire's heading this way. Better go up to the box.
You read lips very well.
It was just an educated guess.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's a skill I wish I had. I'm horrible at it. I wish I could read lips.
Practice.
Pitch to Woodson. Outside corner, strike 1. He is getting that backdoor slider consistently to the righties so far, early in the outing. Sanders off the wind, plants and deals again, and this time missed the outside corner. 1-1. Nobody on, 2 out, bottom of the 6th. Sanders sends it in. Fouled straight back. He's thrown the same pitch 3 straight times. Woodson got a bat on it. He's gone away, away, away. I think you got to look down and in here. That's how Sanders struck out Chance to end the 5th inning. Jackson ready to go. The pitch. Lined into left field and down for a hit. Terrell plays it on a hop. Didn't get it far enough in. At the knees, but right over the plate. Didn't get it far enough in, and Woodson singles to left. A 2-out base hit. And the lineup turns over for Garrick Fry. Fry went after the first pitch last time up, lined out to first. He has walked and singled as well tonight. He's the tying run with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Right-handed hitter, step, throw to first, and nearly threw it away. Bingaman had to reach across Woodson and get it. Sanders faced Mississippi State last year. Pitched an inning and 2/3 in relief. Gave up 1 hit. It was a solo homer. He misses outside and low here, a ball and no strike. First base runner allowed by Sanders, and he entered the game with nobody on base after the Stallman homer. So first time he's pitched with a guy on base. Pitch home. Ball 2 away. Didn't miss by much. First disadvantage count, first 2-ball count for Sanders. The stretch and the delivery. Miss low, throw to first. Woodson was back standing in the count. 3 balls, no strikes on Fry. Mississippi State's home run leaders on deck. Ace Reese already has 2 hits in the game. First 2 batters were out quickly, and then State called time offensively to break up the rhythm. A single, and now a 3-0 pitch. And it's right through there for a strike. Fry taken all away. 3-1 the count. State's left runners on base in every inning except the 5th, and that's the inning in which they scored. 3-1 offering. Popped up, right field. Rembert goes back, McCrane comes in, it's Mason's ball. He puts it away for the 3rd out. So, nice job of pitching by Sanders. He fell behind 3-0 and then got Fry to fly to shallow right after giving up a 2-out single. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left for Mississippi State. 4-2 Auburn through 6. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
To Auburn as we go to the 7th. How important is this point in the game? Brian O'Connor goes to his saves leader, Ben Davis, on a Pepper Tree pitching change. Davis 0-1 with a .393 earned run average in 18 appearances. He has 5 saves, 34 and a third innings, 30 hits, 15 earned runs, 8 walks, 42 strikeouts. He's hit 6 batters, given up 5 doubles, 2 homers. Teams are batting .234 against Ben Davis. He's a 6'4", 230-pound senior right-hander out of Boonesville, Mississippi, a transfer in out of Itawamba Community College. So Davis is on for Mississippi State. Miller went an inning and a third, gave up a hit, no runs. He walked 2 and struck out 2. Flirted with trouble, but didn't give up any runs. Through 30 pitches, 16 for strikes. Ben Davis, the third pitcher of the game for Mississippi State. He will face the middle third of the order for Auburn, Rembert, Bingaman, and Terrell in the 7th. It's 4-2 Tigers, and here to take you home once again, voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. Since Davis gave up 3 runs on 5 hits in 3 2/3 innings against Tennessee on April 12th, he has given up a total of 1 run since. That's 2 outings against South Carolina, 2 outings against LSU, and an outing against Texas. And he will get Rembert to lead off the Auburn 7th, with the Tigers leading 4-2 in the first pitch. Is in there for a strike. Rembert 2 for 3 on the night, a pair of singles and a ground out. That ground out scored a run for Auburn. The pitch. Rembert chops it foul left side. No balls and 2 strikes to Rembert. Bingaman and to Terrell to follow. In the Auburn 7th, the Tigers lead at 4-2. I think it's notable that State has had to go to their closer in this game, knowing that it's still TBA as to who starts tomorrow for State. 0-2. Chopper right back to the pitcher. Reaches down, fields and throws to first in time for the out. We will not be surprised if Ryan McPherson gets his first outing in quite some time. He is 3-0 on the year, a 2.45 ERA. This will just be his 7th start of the year as he's fought through injury. If he goes, how long can he go tomorrow? Here's Ethan Bingaman. 1 down, nobody on. The pitch. Bingaman goes after a fastball in, and he fouls it back to the screen. Ethan is 2 for 3 on the night. A pair of singles, an RBI single, back in the 5th that plated Auburn's 4th run. The Tigers lead 4-2. 1 out, nobody on in the 7th. Here's the pitch. Chopper, left side, shortstop. Charges, got a big hop, throws to first in time for the out. And here's Bub Terrell with 2 outs and nobody on. Bub is 1 for 2 tonight. He struck out in the 2nd. Doubled into the left field corner to lead off the 4th, but never moved past second base. And he walked in the 5th. Hit a 2-run homer to left last night for Auburn. 2 outs and nobody on for Bub. The righty winds and fires, and Terrell takes it low. Ball 1.
Turbo sinker is what they call his signature pitch.
He has coaxed a couple ground outs to open this 7th. Here's the pitch. Bub fouls it back. A ball and a strike to the Auburn left fielder. Terrell with 12 homers, 36 runs batted in. They give Bub a ton of the third base line. Here's the 1-1. High fly ball left side. It'll get out of play. A ball and 2 strikes to Terrell.
And a guy whose swing could have some success against a sinker.
Terrell behind a ball and 2 strikes. Ben Davis from the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Missed inside and low. We pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Two balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs and nobody on for Auburn. Terrell at the plate against Ben Davis. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch that was never a strike.
No.
And Auburn goes down in order in the 7th. 7th inning stretch time in Starkville. Auburn 4, Mississippi State 2. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Auburn scored 2 runs in the third, added 2 more in the fifth. Mississippi State got a 2-out, 2-run homer from Reed Stallworth in the bottom of the fifth. It's a 4-2 Auburn lead. Both starters are gone, and it's to the bullpen. Jackson Sanders for Auburn, getting ready for his second full inning of work. He's gone an inning and a third with 2 strikeouts. And he will get the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the bottom of the 7th. Reese, Sullivan, and Parker. If you're looking for fresh seafood, Wharf Casual Seafood serves seafood sourced from American waters. Not a seafood fan? No problem. Burgers, salads, chicken, and much more. Wharf Casual Seafood, 6 locations across central Alabama. Ace Reese is 2 for 3 tonight. He has singled and he has doubled. He has scored a run. The pitch to him. Out in front, he held up. It was a strike anyway. This is a lefty on lefty matchup for Sanders. Parker and a Stallman to follow here in the 7th inning. The pitch. Reese takes it inside. Fastball at 92, a ball and a strike to Reese.
They aren't just playing him to pull significantly on the infield. They're playing him to pull significantly in the outfield, too.
He singled to left in the first. He doubled into right in the 5th. Pitch to him. Way out in front of the slider. Down and away, a ball and 2 strikes. 4-2 Auburn. We're in the bottom half of the 7th. Sanders gets his sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Reese. 23 pitches so far for Jackson, who came in to record the final out of the 5th. Two pitch. Little looper down the left side. It's a fair ball, and Reese is going to get 2. Off the end of the bat. Away from the shift, he's into second base with a leadoff double. My goodness. He was out in front of the pitch. He hit it off the end of the bat.
Yeah, he was fooled. He was fooled, and he got a double out of it. And that would have been a double without them playing him to pull. It was just a bloop right down the line in left. 21st double of the year, extends his team lead with 2 strikes.
And now here's Sullivan.
It's a good pitch, had him fooled.
Sullivan is 1 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. His base hit was a double into right in the 3rd. A leadoff double for Reese here in the 7th. Sanders, the stretch in the pitch. Got the outside corner, but did not get the strike call from the home plate umpire, Justin Robinson. Jackson Sanders stretches. Comes the pitch. Outside 2-0. Sullivan went 3 for 5 last night. He scored 3 runs. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Sanders comes set. Here comes the pitch. Ball 3 inside. Reese gets his lead at second. 3-0 pitch to Sullivan. Downstairs, and it's a 4-pitch walk. And Jacob Parker comes to the plate with runners at first and second and no one out in the 7th. And the Auburn infield converges on the mound. There is nobody in the Auburn bullpen right now that is working in the Auburn bullpen, I should say. A leadoff bloop double off the end of the bat by Reese on a 2-2 pitch. And then Sullivan walked on 4 straight pitches. And the tying runs are aboard for Mississippi State here in the 7th. Jacob Parker has popped up to short, popped up to third, and struck out swinging. He has hit into 4 double plays this season.
Guevara comes in at third. He's not had good at bats tonight. Would they ask him to bunt and get both runners over?
Stretch, pitch, foul ball up the third baseline. Parker does not have a sacrifice bunt this season.
No, and he's the cleanup hitter. He's got 11 homers and came in hitting over 340. I get it. I just thought in this situation.
0-1 to Parker. Stretching the pitch. Strike call in the outside corner. Stallman waits on deck. He hit a 2-run homer the last time he was at the plate. 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, took something off of that one. Third strikeout tonight for Sanders, the 9th for Auburn pitching. The K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Every time Parker has come to the plate tonight, he has done it with at least 1 runner on base, 3 times with 2 runners on base. And he has not moved those runners over tonight.
Here's Reed Stallman, 2-run homer into left, back in the 5th. He bats with runners at first and second and 1 out here in the 7th. Pitch to him. He shows bunt and bunts it foul off the right side. Then it's kicked to the Auburn dugout by Chase Fralick. He was trying to bunt for a base hit there.
For sure. Yeah, he was trying to take advantage of Auburn relaxing the infield.
The Auburn outfield plays Stallman to pull. No balls and a strike to him. Runners at first and second with 1 out in the 7th. The pitch missed inside. Almost hit him. 1-1. A leadoff double by Reese and a 4-pitch walk to Sullivan. They're at first and second with 1 out following the strikeout to Parker. 4-2 Auburn leads it. Bottom of the 7th. 1-1 the count to Reed Stallman. Stretch in the pitch. They got the outside corner strike. Holy cow. 1-2. Reese gets his lead at second and Sullivan from first. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Stallman. Stretch from Sanders. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball right side. First baseman throws to second for 1. To first. Safe. I don't think that Sanders got to the bag in time to cover. The pitch where the throw over was a little bit low. And there are 2 outs. And Reese goes to third on the play. It's a fielder's choice. Bingaman got the runner at second. And now here's Bryce Chance.
And you said it, you called it perfectly. Jackson just didn't break to the bag in time and therefore couldn't set his foot, get in position.
Not even sure he got a foot on the bag.
Right.
All right, here's Bryce Chance. 3 for 5 last night with 5 runs batted in. He has grounded to second, reached on a fielder's choice, and struck out. He was the first man to face Jackson Sanders back in the 5th. He bats with runners at the corners and 2 outs in the 7th. As Sanders stretches. Here is the pitch. Low, ball 1.
this may be the most important at-bat of the game.
Runners at the corners with 2 outs in the 7th. 4-2, Tigers lead it. 1-0 to Bryce Chance. Pitch on the way. Ground ball, base hit to left, and a run scores. It's a 4-3 ball game. That's 6 runs batted in this weekend for Chance.
It was not a bad pitch. He had to go down and away to get it and pull it into left, which he did.
All 3 runs tonight for State have come with 2 outs.
Yep. And that continued the trend from last night, too.
Sure
They're
did.
just a spectacular 2-out hitting team.
And now, Vitas Valencias to the plate. 1 for 3 on the night with a couple strikeouts. Runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the 7th. Now a 4-3 Auburn lead. Stretch and the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Stallman gets his lead at second base. Chance from first. Stretch and the pitch to Valencias. Down the middle for a strike.
2 times in the last 3 innings, Reese has opened the inning with a double, and he's come around to score both times.
First and second, 2 down. 1-1 the count to Valencias. Here's the pitch. Popped it up. Shallow center. Out goes Rembert. Here comes McCrane. He's there to make the catch, and the inning comes to a close. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left for Mississippi State. We go to the 8th, and Auburn's lead is down to 1. Tigers 4, Mississippi State 3. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for a street legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state, and the Auburn store is right off Oplaca Road, closer than you think. With locations in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville, they've been raising the bar since 2012 in golf car sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Cars is full service for all your golf car needs, and they offer pickup and delivery. Carrying brands such as EasyGo, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCars.com today and drive different. Drive Diamond.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Auburn led 4-0 after the top half of the 5th. Mississippi State has scored 3 times with 2 outs since. Tigers with a 4-3 lead as we go to the top of the 8th. It will be Brandon McCrane, Cade Ballou, and Lucas Steele, the 3 scheduled for Auburn, against number 10 Ben Davis, who came in and worked a perfect 7th inning on just 10 pitches. Hey, whether you're planting a tree or tackling a backyard project, don't risk a penalty. Contact Alabama 811 before you dig and get your underground utilities marked for free. Visit AL811.com or call 811. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law. Along with Brad Law and Quinn Burkeen in our Skyview Auburn studios. I'm Andy Bertram from Dudy Noble Field, Polk Dement Stadium. 4-3 Auburn leads it. Brandon McCrane at the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Pitch. First pitch, strike.
Yeah, there's a reason they went to Davis when they did, starting the 7th inning. He is filling up the strike zone.
0-1. McCrane bunts it. Third base side. It's going to be a tough play. Put it in your back pocket. It's a bunt single for Brandon McCrane. The pitcher came over, picked it up, and just held it.
I love that. He's in a rhythm. He's pitching great. He's filling up the strike zone. Defense is playing back. So you just try to do something to shake things up. And that's what McCrane did there. And you can't roll it out there any better than what he did.
And here is Cade Ballou. A runner at first and a good runner at that in McCrane. The pitch, Cade shows bunt. It takes a strike on the outside corner.
I don't mind that idea at all. Cade has struggled a bit tonight, couple of strikeouts. They're holding McCrane on at first. If you could push it up the right side, at the very least get McCrane over into scoring position.
And Ballou shows bunt. Third baseman comes in. And Cade is hit for the 41st time in his Auburn career, resetting the Auburn record. He seems to be fine as he goes to first, and now runners at first and second, and nobody out.
Got to take advantage of that gift. McCrane, a perfectly executed bunt, and then a gift hitting Ballou.
And now is Steele up there to try and bunt those runners over to second and third.
I would highly consider that, and Auburn's offensive guys will get together and huddle and have a meeting here.
That is the, let's see, that is the 7th hit batter of the year for Davis. And both McCrane and Ballou come in from out in the field, or out on the base paths, I should say. Carl Nonamaker, Sonny DeShera, Lucas Steele, the guy on deck, Mason McCrane, and the home plate umpire.
Yeah.
Justin Robinson comes in.
Butch Thompson's out there, the head coach. There we go. Lucas hasn't put the ball in play tonight. He's walked a couple of times.
Brandon McCrane at second, Cade Ballou at first, nobody out. Lucas Steele at the plate, the corners are in.
Lucas has 2 sacrifice bunts this year.
He's batting left-handed against the right-hander Ben Davis, who stretches. And a throw back to second base.
And Steele did not show bunt.
Right. 4-3 Auburn. Top of the 8th, 2 on, nobody out for the Tigers. Stretch. And the pitch. Steele bunts it. Foul behind the plate. Lucas looks into the Auburn dugout for Gabe Gross to flash the signs. McCrane, Brandon will get his lead at second, and Ballou from first. It's good speed out there for Auburn. Here's the stretch. And a bluff back to second. This time Steele did show bunt. Can't be a big surprise.
No.
At this moment.
Nope. Top of the orders next. Nobody out. This is textbook strategy.
0-1 to Lucas Steele. Davis stretches and pitches. Steele shows bunt and bunts it foul.
Yep. That heavy sink, and he was able to get under the bat.
The signs come from Gabe Gross. Would Auburn dare leave the bunt on? 0-2 the count to Steele. First and second, nobody out. Stretch in the pitch. He does show bunt, and he pops it foul. It's a strikeout. And now Mason McCrane to the plate. 3 for 4 on the night.
Yeah, he's not up there to bunt.
Nope. How often has he driven in his brother this year?
It's a good question.
Brandon's down at second.
Yeah.
Ballou is at first. 1 out in the inning.
Because Brandon's had some multi-hit games lately. He's been on a pretty good bit.
Mason is 3 for 4 tonight. Davis off the stretch. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Fastball at 90. Brandon McCrane with a bunt single to lead off the inning. On an 0-1 pitch, Ballou was hit by a pitch. He was trying to bunt McCrane to second. Lucas Steele tried to bunt 3 times and fouled off all 3. And now an 0-1 count to Mason McCrane. Davis stretches and pitches. Strike call.
Tough pitch under the hands of a 6'6" lefty.
First and second and one out for Auburn in the 8th. 4-3 Tigers. 0-2 the count to Mason McCrane. Stretching the pitch. Inside and low. A ball and 2 strikes to the Auburn freshman right fielder. 0 for 4 last night, but 3 for 4 tonight.
Yeah, Auburn, 0 for his first 5, 3 for his last 3.
Auburn jumped out to a 4-0 lead. State has cut that lead down to 1. Runners get their leads at first and second. Now the 1-2. Mason reaches out, spoils a pretty good pitch, and fouls it off the screen left side.
Straight fastball there, and it was a little up. Got to think he's setting up that hard sinker again.
Brandon McCrane at second, Cade Ballou at first. A ball and 2 strikes the count to Mason McCrane with 1 out in the 8th. Stretch and pitch. Ball inside.
Whew.
Maluski tried to get that one, bring that over the plate.
And I think it's got a little motion back that way, too. I mean, that looks like it's coming way inside and then ends up close. A little run.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to Mason McCrane. Stretching the pitch. Got him swinging through the sinker.
Well, all right. State has been good with 2 outs, and now you've got your best hitter in conference play, Guevara, who's due against their saves leader. I mean, this is headliner on headliner here in a critical spot in the game.
Eric is 0 for 2 on the night. He's been hit by a pitch. He scored in the 5th. He's walked, he's flied out to left, and has struck out swinging. He bats with runners at first and second and 2 outs in the 8th, and Auburn guarding a 4-3 lead. Stretch and the pitch. Strike call. Guevara with 11 homers and 43 runs batted in. Awaits the 0-1. Here it is. Swing and a miss at a pitch that was never going to be a strike.
Yeah, they've been a step ahead of Eric. His last at bat, he had 3 bad swings, and now they started him with a strike, and now they're a step ahead again.
0-2. Davis comes set in the pitch. Outside. Laid off that one, 1-2 the count. Brandon McCrane at second and Cade Ballou at first. 2 outs in the 8th. Tigers up 4-3. A ball and 2 strikes the count to Eric Guevara. Ben Davis comes set. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging on a pitch that was 2 feet outside. My goodness gracious. Auburn had runners at first and second and nobody out. 3 straight strikeouts and the inning comes to a close. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Auburn 4, Mississippi State 3. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Jackson Sanders back to the hill for Auburn. He's thrown 40 pitches tonight. He will get the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Mississippi State. Tigers lead 4-3. Both teams have stranded 10 runners through 7 innings.
Yeah.
Auburn had runners at first and second and nobody out in the 8th. Lucas Steele struck out trying to bunt his way or bunt the runners over. And then McCrane and Guevara both struck out as well against Ben Davis. Kevin Milewski, Ryder Woodson, and Garrick Fry here in the 8th against Jackson Sanders. 4-3 Auburn leads it. Milewski is 0-for-2 on the night. Sanders, the pitch. Inside for ball 1.
2 1/3 innings for Sanders so far. 40-plus pitches.
1-0 to Milewski. Reaches out, fouls it up and out of play on the right side.
For some context, last week against Texas A&M, 69 pitches, 45 against Oklahoma before that, 83 in 4 1/3 innings against Florida 3 weeks ago for Sanders.
Now a 1-1 pitch to Milewski. Here it is. Didn't get the outside corner. No big surprise.
Yep.
2 balls and a strike now to Milewski. Pitch. Ball 3 low.
Leadoff man 2 of the last 3 innings on, and he has scored for Mississippi State.
3 balls and a strike to Milewski. 3-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner. He had the take sign, 3-2. Sanders has struck out 3 tonight. The count is full to the Mississippi State catcher. Sanders gets his sign, rocks and fires and misses. First walk of the night for Sanders, second of the night for Auburn pitching. And Ryder Woodson to the plate, the shortstop. And that will get, I think, right-hander Ryan Hetzler starting to warm up in the Auburn pit. I believe that's Hetzler out there.
He was down there stretching earlier. Yeah, that's Hetzler.
Guevara comes in for Woodson, who shows bunt, does, out in front of the plate. Guevara fields and throws to first in time for the out. And Milewski gets to second. Now that's what Auburn failed to do in the top half of this inning.
Yep.
Execute the sacrifice bunt, move the runners along.
Yep, number 9 hitter there. You're not asking him to hit a home run or split a gap. You're just trying to get a bunt down and get the runner in scoring position.
And now Milewski to second. And now it's the top of the order and Garrick Fry to the plate. 9 hits apiece. Both teams have stranded 11. The Tigers lead 4-3. State has the tying run at second base with 1 out and Fry to the plate. Pitch on the way. Missed outside, and Fralick had to reach out for the backhand. Fry walked in the first, singled, went to third, but was stranded there in the third. Lined to the first baseman in the fourth, and fly to right in the 6th. Stretch in the pitch from Sanders. Ground ball to the shortstop. Fielded, and throw to first. In time, the out. Boy, it was close.
I wouldn't be surprised if they challenge. They don't have much to lose.
Don't think they will. It doesn't look like it. Good play, though, by Brandon McCrane. He came in, charged field, and threw across his body to get a very quick Garrick Fry, 2 outs.
And Milewski has to stay put at second base. That ball, it didn't bounce. It rolled with some side spin. That's a tough play to make, and you know he's thinking last night, first inning ground ball, got rid of it quickly.
Here's Ace Reese, who's 3 for 4 with a couple doubles. Milewski gets his lead at second, 2 outs in the 8th. Stretch, here comes the pitch. Missed the outside corner. A leadoff walk to Milewski, went to second on a sacrifice bunt by Woodson. Stayed there on a ground out by Fry. 1-0 the count now to Ace Reese. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Sanders. Ball too low. If Auburn chooses, they can pitch around Reese.
Yeah.
Got first base open. 2 balls and no strikes to Ace Reese. Stretch in the pitch. Foul back. Two balls and a strike to Reese. 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Auburn in the 9th. Right now, Auburn leads 4-3 with 2 outs. All of State's runs tonight have come with 2 outs. 2-1 the count to Reese, the pitch. Ball 3 inside. He had to jump out of the way of that one.
Well, they're pretty liberal with the green light.
I would be with this guy. He's
Sure.
3 for 4 tonight.
Hitters count.
3 balls and a strike to Reese. Stretch by Sanders. Here comes the pitch. Line drive, base hit to left. Runner around third will try to score. Here comes the throw from Mason McCray. It's cut off. They'll throw to second. They've got the runner in a rundown. It's a 4-4 ball game. Auburn will get Reese at second base, and this game is tied. A run on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We go to the 9th. Auburn and Mississippi State are tied at 4, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn family, it's time to join the coolest club on the Plains, Aubie's Kids Club, presented by Chappie's. Memberships for the upcoming school year are on sale now. Your favorite Tigers Kids Club offers 2 membership options. They give you awesome gear like an Auburn t-shirt, a men's basketball SEC Champions medal sign, and more. Throughout the year, you can check in at Auburn Athletics events to receive points, earn prizes, and you'll also get invited to special events only available through Aubie's Kids Club. Head to auburntigers.com/kids club to sign up today. War Eagle.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Tied at 4 as we move to the 9th. Freilich, Rembert, and Bingaman for Auburn trying to solve Ben Davis. Auburn jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Mississippi State has scored 4 times with 2 outs tonight, including a run-scoring single to right by Reese, who is 4 for 5 tonight, after Auburn gave up a leadoff walk to a guy hitting 200. Freilich at the plate is 0 for 3 tonight with a sacrifice fly. Looking for his first hit of the weekend. He is the last one to face Davis the first time through the order. Wind and the pitch. Inside, ball 1.
It's a ball.
Davis winds and fires, and Freilich fouls it up the first baseline. 1-1 the count.
He is really having success on the inside corner to lefties. Right-handed pitcher is getting the ball there regularly.
Auburn really hasn't hit him hard yet.
No, bunt single's it.
Pitch. Right down the middle for a strike. Watch out for the sinker. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Chase. Wind and the pitch. High drive into deep right field. Back at the wall. Look at this one go! Home run, Chase Freilich. His 13th of the year. On an 1-2 pitch, he missed And Fralick made him pay. And Auburn goes up 5-4.
Well, that a way to get your first hit since the second game of the Texas A&M series. What a moment for Chase Fralick. I mean, Mississippi State with all the momentum.
Just the third home run Davis has allowed, and the next pitch to Rembert misses high and inside.
But look, they brought him in the seventh. And Auburn got some base runners on, made him work hard in the eighth. They saw the pitches.
Rembert to the right side, second baseman Fry. Fields and throws to get Rembert at first for the out. (5-4) Auburn. Chase Fralick behind a ball and 2 strikes. And he golfs one into the stands in right. Now 1 out for Bingaman. Davis the wind in the pitch. Bingaman chops it to the third baseman. Charges. Fields and throws and got him by a step at first. Maybe less than a step at that. 2 down.
Yeah, it's a good play by Reese. Last hop was a short hop. He was cutting in front of Woodson, the shortstop. Fast runner in Bingaman, barreling down the line. That's well played by Reese.
Ball was not hit hard, but Reese got the short hop and then threw to get a speedy Bingaman at first base. 2 outs, and here's Terrell. Bub is 1 for 3 with a double. He homered here last night. Tigers lead 5-4 in the ninth. The pitch, Bub takes a strike. For State, they're 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the bottom of the ninth.
Sure. Why wouldn't you have to go through the heart of their lineup?
Absolutely. Pitch. Bub takes it off the outside edge, 1-1. At times tonight, that has been a strike.
We've leaned on that point tonight. It's because in the first inning, especially, there were a couple.
1-1 to Terrell. Comes up empty.
One that changed the whole sequence to Guevara. That was 3 hours ago, though. But it's been a theme throughout.
Fralick hit a 1-2 pitch out of here.
Yeah.
Here's a 1-2 pitch to Bub Terrell on the way. And he golfs one left side out of play. 5-4, Auburn leads it. 2 outs, top of the ninth. A leadoff homer for Chase Fralick has given Auburn the lead again. 1-2. Bub jammed and just got a piece of one and fouled it to the screen.
That's probably a ball.
Can't take a chance.
Cannot take a chance. That's right. And Bub does that well. He gets those hands in and gets under it.
Count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Bub. Pitch on the way. Got him swinging, and the inning is over. A run on the homer by Fralick. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Auburn 5, Mississippi State 4, and Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
Back to more of the Tigers and Bulldogs from Starkville.
A leadoff homer by Chase Fralick in the top of the ninth has given Auburn a 5-4 lead. But State will have their 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up in the ninth. Sullivan, Parker, and Stallman to face Jackson Sanders, who has thrown 54 pitches tonight. Has given up 2 runs on 4 hits in 3 1/3 innings of work. State has scored all of its runs tonight in an inning in which the Bulldogs got the leadoff man on. Doubles in the 5th from Reese, and then a 7th for Reese, and then a leadoff walk by Maluski in the 8th. And now Noah Sullivan will lead it off in the 9th. Sullivan is 1 for 3 with a double. Sanders winds and fires. Strike. Off speed at 82. Sullivan 3 for 5 last night with 3 runs scored. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Wind in the pitch. It's the inside corner. 1-1 the count. Hits are even at 10 apiece, but the Tigers lead 5-4. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Inside corner. 1-2 to Sullivan. Sullivan back in the box from the right side. Awaits the 1-2 pitch from Jackson Sanders. Here it is. Got him swinging with a fastball on the outside corner. 1 out in the 9th. Then here's Jacob Parker. Popped up to short in the 1st. Popped up to 3rd in the 3rd. And has struck out swinging in the 5th and the 7th. This is his 2nd look at Jackson Sanders. Lefty on lefty, the pitch. Line drive into center. Long run into center field. Ballou at the warning track makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Had to go a long way to get to that one, but he got it. And now there's 2 outs, and that's our defensive play of the game presented by Cook's Pest Control. Best defense for your home is Cook's Pest Control, South's most trusted name in pest control since 1928 and the official pest provider of the Auburn Tigers. 2 down here in the 9th, and here's Reed Stallman. 1 for 3 tonight with a 2-run homer to left with 2 outs in the 5th. He bats with 2 outs in the 9th and nobody on. Sanders winds and fires. It misses inside for ball 1. All 3, make that all 4 of State's runs have come with 2 outs in an inning. But in each of those innings, they got the leadoff man on. That did not occur here in the 9th. 1-0 pitch to Stallman. Chopper foul at the plate. Hit him in the box. It bounces out into fair ground. The count is even at a ball and a strike. Two outs and nobody on for the Bulldogs. A ball and a strike to Reed Stallman. 1 for 3 on the night. Sanders the wind. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Missed the outside corner, 2-1. Outfield plays Stallman to pull. 2 balls and a strike. Wind and delivery. Ball 3 low. Stallman with 11 homers and 45 runs batted in awaits a 3-1 pitch from Jackson Sanders. Here it is. Ground ball to the right side. Bingaman fields. He'll go to the bag, and that's a winner for Auburn. The Chase Fralick leadoff homer in the top of the 9th holds up, and Auburn evens the series in Starkville. Auburn 5, Mississippi State 4. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank postgame show is next, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Stretch, pitch, driven, deep.